Right, meow?
Right meow.
Right, meow. Do I have internet yet? Page is ready to view. Look at that. Let's look at what Chuck's eating dinner tonight. Let's see. Perfect. Get the notification. Let's see. Looks pretty good. Look at that burg. I'm into a burg. Got some wings. All right. I'm in. Got a lot of motorcycles there. Some Ferraris. Look at this. This is a cool little place. Let's see. What else am I looking up here? Intakes. Don't need those. Tim Connors. How are you always the first?
You must have notifications on.
I know, but I mean, jeez. He's quick with it. He's opening it before I can get to it. And I'm sitting here. Yeah, right? I'm sitting here.
He just waits in the chat the whole time.
Just waiting. He just keeps the chat window open. Hello, gentlemen. Shorty. Why
Wait, what?
you guys usually just listening on the way to work? Hey, man, we appreciate you tuning in. Give us a whole watch. Be a part of the whole discussion. Throw in your questions. Comments, concerns, how you feel. How you doing in life? Let us know.
How was your coffee this morning?
How was the coffee this morning? Ralph, how was your coffee this morning?
It was wonderful. Had some waffles with it.
Waffles? Waffles and
Yes.
coffee?
Yes.
Is this a WFH life? Work from home life?
Yes.
Yeah?
Odd combo breakfast.
Yeah, I was saying that's also oh wait. He was in Northern Ireland. Okay, what time is it? What time is it in Northern Ireland? I'm gonna guess 5. I'm gonna guess it's 11:30.
Also, you guys have the best like Corolla scene.
The best Corolla scene in
Yeah.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah, 816 is
Hot over there.
kind of better than Japan actually.
Whoa. What? How did they end up all in Ireland? Or
They-
not all, but how did
I know they
people
have
get so into them in Ireland?
they have a big Japanese like scene out in Ireland.
Huh.
Like huge.
23. Okay, that's not a real time, my friend.
11:35.
Yeah. So I was right. Yeah, 11:30. Okay.
It's not too bad.
It's about to be 0 for him. Yeah. So what? It goes to 23:59
and then 0.
and then 0.
That would
That's-
mess me up.
that's
Honestly.
So cool.
I don't like that. Makes me feel weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
Although I'm talking about clean slate.
Yeah. Twin
What time are
cams,
we meeting?
886.
0.
Stupid. The love for them here.
2.
Dude, they even have like a UK spec which has like 13-inch wheels, rally lights from factory and stuff like
Really?
that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool stuff. I was gonna say, is it just me who hears that, or is it?
No,
Was
it's
that what it was?
It's the cable, yeah.
Yeah. As we were
Yeah.
dealing with it last week too.
With Chuck's iPad?
Yeah. So it's not the iPad. It's not the connector. I think it's
the
just
cable.
It's the cable.
Yeah, we need like a Uber shielded
Yeah.
Is it
one of
is
those
it kinked
things.
somewhere?
It's
No,
got
it just
plenty of
goes-
life
no,
on
no.
it.
So those adapters sometimes they go bad and they make a weird noise.
You know,
Yeah.
it could be this,
Yeah.
The
this
Oh,
dongle.
giant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that it's exposed.
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine. Gives her character.
But yeah, it was just like this like hissing, like high pitch hissing, but it's gone now. So we have some
I'm gonna come.
do not come.
Make
Please
sure,
don't.
Do not come.
just make sure those are ready.
What do you got in there for Sleepy Joe?
I'm gonna give you the whole load today.
We're gonna be
That's what
missing,
we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna be missing some sounds from our
Yeah.
big man there. So yeah,
We'll be all right.
can you bring that chair? It's really gonna mess me up without him sitting there.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, there we go. Now I just feel, what do you call it? The feng shui?
Yeah, the feng
My
shui.
feng shui, yeah.
So how are you doing, Chuck?
Have anything we can throw in that chair? Oh, you know what we should do? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Just something in the,
You should get like a dummy and just put Chuck's face on it whenever he's not here.
just something. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah,
We're gonna use the black one.
that works. A little marketing, viral. That's much better now. I have somebody to talk to. Perfect.
So how are you, Revival Demon?
Who else in the level curve say yeah?
Everybody's headphones good? You up too high? Is that where you're going?
No.
Halfway?
I just don't like listen to my own voice.
Okay, fair enough. I think that's good there.
Now we're good.
We Got that there,
Sounds
so I
good
don't have to pay
there.
attention to that. You got, oh, here's your numbers.
Yeah, I need those.
Here's that number.
Mm-hmm.
And then that number.
Come on.
The rain's really doing its work.
Oh, yeah.
it's
That's
going
why
at
we
it.
parked sideways. Because we
Yeah.
anticipate the lot.
See, I was like, I'm not gonna park straight because then I'll just look weird. So I backed up.
Yeah, no, because like for whatever reason in front of the curbs,
Mhm.
it just gets really full. So it's first world problems for sure. Like having to walk through again. It's like a
puddle.
3-inch, 4-inch puddle. So
Yeah, but listen, it's not how I'm trying to end my day.
yeah,
Okay?
exactly. I don't want to
So-
drive home with wet feet again.
Before I came here, the way I park in my backyard, there's a puddle in front of my driver's door.
Yeah,
So I open the door full swing and I try to like jump into my truck.
yeah,
I didn't get my feet wet, but I banged my ankle against the door frame, and it still hurts.
yeah. It's easy to do.
It's better than a wet sock.
It is exactly.
All right, that'll
Did I do
work.
anything
We're
for my
discussing some intake design. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I should go ITBs.
who you?
No, you.
Say less.
I think that's
Sign me up.
that's mentally you're there.
What's up, Gus? What's up, my dad up to right now? 6:30. Yeah, he's ready for bed. Yeah, he gets up early, man. This guy gets up early, works all day. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Nothing like a little revival to wind down.
Like
Is that even possible?
500 horsepower K series. I was actually talking to my coworker Ed. Him and I were discussing this today because he's involved in this whole K series idea. Yeah, I mean, it definitely could work. I think it's cool. Oh my God!
Hello.
Listen,
You should check out actually,
Siri.
Igor. You should check out on Instagram. His name is EK4Chris, and he does like Global Time Attack and an EK4. So it's a sedan, white sedan, B series though because it's better, and
B means better.
he shreds in it. It's cool. It's really cool. Based on some part donations, yeah. $3,000. That number shrinks really quick.
They fell off the truck.
But yeah, he's got an EK4 and he shreds in it. It's like no holes barred for that guy. Some track spec
Hello,
hood
sir,
vents for the
Papa.
Mustang. Oh, this is what we can talk about. Okay, I got a little idea. I won't spring it on you guys until it's time.
till we're ready, till we're full mast.
So yeah, till we're ready.
Hit this button. That one. I think we're generally pretty good, right?
I think we're good. Riff Raff, you've been here before.
Let me put, I put main topic,
Maybe.
RAF wheels. RAF goes off-road.
Off the hinges.
I like to keep things simple around
So,
here.
yeah, so we don't want to have to read too much. You know?
Yeah, just get us started. That's it.
It's just like bullet points for words. That's
Yeah,
all
exactly.
you really need.
That's really it. So, right, it's sort of like not typing the full word out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
RAF,
Like I can get what's being said.
Which I want to learn. You know, when like a stenographer,
Yeah.
like in the court,
Yes.
like I want to learn that. Yeah, see, Austin gets it. B series for the win.
Also, would have worked FTW, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
See, yeah, see.
Yeah.
Ah.
What do you need?
On that screen over there, where it's solid, right? I didn't put the pre-party up. I just want to make
No,
sure.
you haven't.
I don't think we need to change anything. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't there.
Shook, hit the button.
Party, no filters, no anything.
All right, perfect. We're
We
good.
look great.
Yeah, we're good then. We're ready to roll.
Hit it, shook.
Yeah, shook. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Done.
What do we got? Get some ISC stuff we want to throw up on here. What are we doing?
Yeah, we got their thing over there. We
you
can put
go.
one of the Triple S springs up there. Matter of fact, we'll chime in from some of them a little bit later, I think. Yeah, I think we're all right. We'll put that adapter up there. That's nice. I enjoy that.
It's a little adapter. It's a good look.
Yeah. There we go.
Put it next to the coffee.
Yep,
Yeah.
nice sweater there, crew neck. Got those pumping, rolling, pumping and dumping.
At the same time.
All right. I think we're ready to roll.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
God, this weather is outrageous. If you hear a heavy pour in the background,
Or perhaps some loud crashing of a tree
Yeah.
coming through our skylight.
yeah.
Don't worry, we'll keep going.
Yes.
Making me sleepy.
All right, let's roll. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Corey.si.
Hello.
At Chuck, who is out the next couple of weeks doing some traveling. He's got his business pants on.
Traveling, man.
But we do know he's currently driving Mustang, and he's going to a car-inspired restaurant for dinner.
I need to quote. At 2:52 p.m., he said, "Thing fucking rips."
That's all we got so far. That's
Yeah.
more than enough.
Yeah.
It is cocaine white, so this could be cocaine sting too.
Yeah.
So we will get an update on that. I'm sure when he's back. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of callback. Matter of fact, we might just pull the ripcord, let him go.
There you go.
We hang out for a couple hours when he's back, but he will be back in a couple weeks. Shook is home tending to his body. I think he had some bad red rope licorice, I believe. So I think he'll be back
such
next
a Nancy.
week. So I think he'll be back next week. In studio today, we have our good friend, Mr. Raf.
Saludos.
Buy some wheels.
We'll get into that later.
He's going to hang out, talk about his latest venture. He also goes off road.
We're gonna do some Spanish lessons as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll
Got it.
come. That'll come up on the Revival Motoring bilingual podcast. On
Sunday.
this week's episode, we're going to cover some automotive news and events. Like I said, talk to Wrath. However, before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by, I would say, Revival Motoring Jumpstart Coffee. And we did a terrible, terrible job last week of promoting that. However, I will say, it sold extremely well. We have, I believe, 3 bags left. And this isn't like a joke. This isn't promotion. Like, yes, obviously, did promotion fucking buy us stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
But we have 3 bags left. So
3 bags.
that'll be gone. Oh, big shouts to Devon's Auto. Keep that up, buddy.
Yeah.
So you can go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, and buy yourself a bag of Jumpstart coffee. One thing I did want to correct myself on, again, we did such a horrific job. I think I said 1 to 2 cups in half the bag. I meant 1 to 2 cups a day.
Yeah, we figured it out. So
Yeah, because it's like a shit ton of, it's 12 ounces to get you a lot of coffee.
it's 16 ounces.
16, no, 12 ounce bag.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What I think? Okay. Oh, so
16 cups, I believe,
Correct.
is what
There
it
you
was.
go.
Yeah, that's what it was. So, again, we had that up early next week. It's pretty much all gone now. Once that sells out, we're going to probably re-up the Jumpstart on a regular basis because that's going to be our light roast. But we do have a medium roast and we do have a dark roast coming. Medium roast will be next. And I'm probably going to post that to our social medias in the next few days. So you'll see that coming up as well. Let's see. Oh, and as always, big shouts to everybody in the B4B. So thank you very much for all of your donations and really genuinely helping keep everything rolling. So that's quick and easy for those things. So let's get right into
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
callbacks. I did have a note of coffee, which I just pretty much gave you the coffee
plowed
update
right
there.
through that. Yeah.
So, one big callback. Everybody who's listening to this, we're already planning for next year. So, just today, I started to mentally kind of prepare and work things out for all of our donut meets. So, obviously, those dates are going to be posted in the next few days to a week at most. Just want to make sure we have everything lined and buttoned up. Now, we're going to post it early. So, there is a bit of a caveat of to be determined. Obviously, we're not going to step on anybody's toes of shows that we like to attend. Want to make sure we can cover Lock City stuff as well. I'm going to be there most of the time as is. So some dates might change, but basically we're going to call it the Donut Meat Championship. There's going to be a total of 9 rounds. Round 1, matter of fact, I'm not going to obviously go through every single round here, but round 1 will start March 5th. So you can kind of put that in your mental calendar now, that's going to be the stuff that we post. You'll see it eventually in the next week or so. Now, why I wanted to say this is...
That's 3 months and 1 week from now.
Yeah.
No
ready.
time.
It's going to be quick. That's the thing is, like, if I'm aiming...
March 5th, gonna be a little brisk.
So if I'm aiming
Little
for
bit.
the first event of Lock City, I got to get rolling
Oh, yeah.
pretty quick. It's more...
All hands on
And
deck.
it's honestly more of fundage now because I still need to buy a seat and some other safety stuff to get moving, but it is what it is. So, with that said, donut meets. We're going to do them again, do something, not even a little bit different, but we're going to kind of, a theme, if you will, kind of a play on some words by calling it the championship because we're going to do 9 donut meets starting in March, ending in November, just like we did. We're going to do a few special things. Each donut meet, is that Oh my God. We're
She's
gonna
back.
get, and I can't.
Obviously, of course, because
Shit. Yeah.
I'll take care of this.
Yeah. So, sorry, everybody who's listening audibly. We're getting the Russian sex bots in the chat.
She's local.
So, it's 18 plus, vert girls, whatever that means. So back to the donut meats. Sorry, everybody. Obviously, we're gonna do the 9 of them. Gonna be on Sundays, 9 to 11:30, as always. Gonna add a few things this year to make things hopefully a little bit cooler, entice people a little bit. Not that we didn't have enough people last time. Just, again, bring some cool stuff to everybody who attends because we genuinely appreciate that. First 50 people are going to get special donut meat stickers each event. And then each donut meat, we're going to select one winner, if you will, and present them with a skateboard deck. Custom skateboard deck for each donut meat, whether it's round 1, 2, 3, et cetera, et cetera. I think you get the idea. Could be because they brought a ridiculously cool car. Could be because they drove from a very far distance to get here. Could be a multitude of things. I'm sure taking cool pictures throughout the year, all that sort of stuff. Basically anybody who attends is going to be eligible. And it'll probably come down to, obviously, the 3 of us in Shook determining who gets the board or gets the deck that donut meat. So, with that said, that'll be the Donut Meat Championship. That's going to be fun. But one other thing we wanted to do was add another meat day. 1 a month is cool. We kind of wanted to do 2 a month. We're going to do that with the exception of that second one's not going to start until proper summer weather because it's going to be it's going to be Revival Night or Revival Nights. Going to do it at our location as well. Going to be on a Friday from about 6:30 to 9 p.m. Obviously kind of linger on as needed. But those aren't going to start until May. So we're going to go from May to October, I think, roughly, just so we have proper weather because I don't necessarily want to be standing outside in March at nighttime when it's still dark and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely not.
So I think it just makes more sense to do those starting in May. So, yeah, you're going to have plenty. I think it's totaled out to be like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different times and chances to hang out here. Shoot the shit with some great people. Not us, everybody else. And hopefully buy some merch while you're here, see some cool cars, shoot some photos, all that good stuff.
We got a question to Nick. Nick, I don't know where you're from, but the donut meets are typically held at our HQ here in Rhode Island.
Yep.
You can kind of DM for more info.
So as we did last year, I kind of not directly didn't make it too difficult, but if you go to our website, there's a calendar and with that calendar will be all of our dates posted and the address for HQ is there as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then obviously, if that doesn't work, just DM us as well because we'll give you the address. And just because we don't necessarily want to post it directly onto Instagram. So we'll try to, hide it in plain sight, if you will.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
So, yeah, that's going to be what we're doing in 2023 so far, hopefully along with lots of other things.
I think so. We got a lot of things planned.
Yeah, we do. Certainly going to give it the old college try, if you will.
Speaking of plans for next year, what's up with the Mustang?
Physically haven't done anything yet.
I saw like a bottle of detail spray on it.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Let me rephrase that.
Some magnets?
Yeah, so I'm kind of at an impasse.
An impasse, okay.
Because
Let's
I
help
wanted
you pass
to
that impasse.
I wanted to wrap the whole thing white. And I want to do a livery on the thing. Okay, so here's my train of thought. I want to do a livery on the thing, obviously to promote Revival, and I just think, liveried cars look cool. So my first thought was wrap the whole thing in white, do the livery on that.
Yep.
Because my current color is like this metallic gray color.
Mm-hmm.
And the livery I want to do wouldn't necessarily work with that. It's not a good base to throw this livery on. I think the livery itself and stickers like that, or certain stickers I want to use, would look out of place. So that's the whole thing about wrapping the car white. So I had this Pro Wrap white, and I forgot what day it was. I don't know. I was here Sunday printing stuff and making a bunch of shit. As that stuff was running off, I decided to detail spray the rear quarter and then clay bar the rear quarter. Mm-hmm. And as I started to do that, I'm like, wow, this paint looks pretty good.
Yeah, just the previous owner just never washed it properly. Like the
Yeah.
paint and body's in good shape.
And I was like, kind of ashamed to cover this. So I'm honestly undecided. Because I did wrap that quarter in white and peeled it off, but the test was the test. It was mainly actually the whole, let's call it C-pillar, in a large portion of the rear quarter. And it will look good in white.
Oh yeah, of course.
It just, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I haven't, like this weekend, this Saturday, I'm going to actually be here bright and early because I want to clean the whole car and really get into all the crevices to prep it, to wrap it. I mean, it's not a bad thing to clean all the crevices anyway. So clean all that, do kind of a deep clean of those spots and just kind of further think it out. Because I can picture the car in my head, like, dare I say, done. And I want to do that, but at the same time, like, shit, I like some shiny paint. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I think I'm still leaning towards the wrap side, especially for content's sake. It'd be cool. Cover that. Me getting very angry with myself and probably wasting money on wrap as I'm trying to do it. But at the very least, everybody else would get to watch that.
We found a more affordable solution though.
We did.
Not
yeah.
as much money will get wasted.
Right. A very, very affordable solution, honestly.
Plasti dip.
No, God, no. No. Cheaper than that, probably. Cheaper than that. And I'll have
definitely
way more to fuck up.
Yeah, way more square footage to test things out on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think
It'll be worth the anger then.
Yeah. I should, I don't know, maybe go to the doctors, get some medication before I start it.
Yeah.
Really just mellow myself out and then
Raw dog it.
get hopped up on Monster and just start yanking.
I think that's the way to go about it.
Yeah, most likely.
Come back, there's like a whole pile of mosses in the corner.
Just me curled up into a ball.
I think it's fine.
So that's what's up with the Mustang. There's some other stuff, and big shouts to some people out there in Connecticut that helped me acquire some things that I don't want to talk yet because ultimately there's going to be some YouTube videos and things like that.
Some content. So we have an order of operations. So first step, no matter what, we got to clean the car.
Yep.
After that, what do we got to do? We got to.
After that, I honestly, at some point in the midst, I think I'm going to get rid of the interior entirely. Not down to the carpets. I'm not cutting carpets yet, but I don't need rear seats. Don't need the two leatherette, not even bucket seats, slidey seats that are there that probably weigh 1 million pounds. So I honestly think I can take those out and get some money for them and hopefully sell that and fund the racing seat that I need.
Some recouping.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to try to do.
No idea what kind of seat you want to put in there?
Sparco Evo XL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sparco Evo
It's already, it's quite defined. They got, they're rather fitting for those with large hips.
Hey man, it looks like a good seat.
Birthing hips. Yeah.
You go
as a matter of fact,
you go in duet seats or just one?
I'm probably going to do two, but honestly, it depends what I can get for. I don't know what I can get for my current interior. I don't imagine a crazy amount. But for right now, I'll probably just have to start with one.
Yeah.
And then get a second at some point.
And just put a milk crate in the passenger side.
And the thing is, like, I asked my wife a few months ago, like, hey, you're going to want to be in this thing at all? And she's like, actually, yeah, I'd love to. Once you kind of figure out what you're doing out there, get in. So probably best that she's not in there at first. And will let me kind of get some time, maybe a year or so under my belt before I add a passenger seat.
You got plenty of time on the sim, though.
Oh, boy. If I go out there with that thing, we're picking up quarters.
This is like, I think the first week I've walked in, you haven't been on the sim.
Yeah, no, I haven't touched it in a while, actually.
Oh, that's hey.
I mean, if I've only got maybe 8 hours or so on it.
maybe.
See, how much of the sim actually translates to real life?
So that's right.
This whole thing started because there was a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And it was like a kid who drifted on a sim.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like one.
With the S15?
Yeah, one like a drift lesson or whatever it was. How did the whole thing happen? We watched it together here.
I think it was something like, can a sim drifter get out there and drift?
Okay.
And I'm going to fuck up the dude's name, but it's Peter
North?
No, not Peter North. The Polish drifting champion, I believe it's Polish.
House.
Yes. Yeah, I believe that's who it is. White car, white S15. No, not Peter Dinklage. No,
let's see.
Typically drives a white S15.
Can a sim driver Can a sim drifter drive a real 900 horsepower championship winning
Yeah.
drift car in real life?
And needless to say, it's a YouTube video. It's probably half-hour long. The sim dude gets out there and fucking slays. Like, legit, you're kind of dumbfounded. Now, again, it is a video. You know, they probably don't show everything. They're not, it's probably, I don't imagine he just got out there and did this.
This
but
is-
at the same time, I don't know for sure. So,
This is a name only Chuck can pronounce.
yeah, it's a,
I think I see a Piotr Wieszek.
yeah,
That's definitely not Wieszek, but
Yes.
close.
yeah, that's what we're going to go with.
So I kind of feel like the only thing I'm gaining from the sim, I don't know for sure, is just the, dare I say, somewhat dexterity, because I'm moving both
That's
a hand
valid.
with a steering wheel, a hand on the shifter, not all the time, obviously, and feet coordination. So maybe that'll translate a little bit.
Learn a little muscle memory.
Exactly. Certainly cannot translate the feeling of the G's. That's honestly what I'm going to have to really get used to. The momentum of the car. It's a big fucking car. It's going to weigh a lot.
Once you feel the G's and you realize, okay, so this is what's kind of stopping me.
Right.
So
And then can
add more.
apply. So that's the other thing too, is like, this is going to sound really weird, but like, I feel like I'm going to be more comfortable in the car itself because I'm going to actually be able to feel what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Like, should be able to feel, oh, I don't have grip. I'm gaining grip, you know, all that sort of stuff. And again, it's going to be less controllable at first for sure, but hopefully some of that does translate over to it. If not, I mean, the sim's fun anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that video is pretty cool. So we do suggest that one to everybody out there to watch that. Where were we going with that? I can't remember.
Where were we going? We were checking up on the
The
Bills.
Mustang.
Oh yeah. So yeah, gonna start shooting some stuff this weekend. Oh yeah, as far as the progression of the build, it'll be coilovers, some wheel stuff. Tires are coming. Let's see. What else? Got to sort out the seat. So remove the interior, get that prepped or hopefully sold, and then order to fund the Sparco seat. Then I want to just do general maintenance, like run through oil change. I think a belt needs to be replaced, making some loud noises, or it's just a pulley or something like that. I got to weld the diff and then basically just try to give it a, you know, nut and bolt check as best I can just to prepare the car itself. So, I mean, it's not a short list, not a super long list, but it's kind of like, okay, some of this stuff's going to take some time. So realistically,
Then the supercharger comes.
no bone stock, you know, power wise, other than the car does have headers on it currently. So I don't know if that requires a tune. So I can't say if it's tuned or not. I don't know. And I don't think the previous owner knew.
No,
so
definitely didn't know.
So I don't think it is. I think it's OEM tune and the headers. So somewhat of an exhaust on there, but that's the only thing. And I'm going to stick to that power for not
There-
ever, but
do
a
they
long
offer
time.
like a flash for that? Kind of
Oh,
like
yeah,
the bolt-ons?
absolutely. Yeah.
It's just
Yep.
it's like a
It's a
Roush
controller.
factory style exhaust that's on it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
and
great.
They offer, you know, as soon as you put on like a big intake with a different MAF or anything like that, you have to tune those cars. And it's just similar to Cobb, USB plug and play type of deal for now until the EPA takes them away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's kind of the general plan. And like I said, really going to start to dive into it this Saturday morning. I'll be here starting stuff, hopefully filming some stuff, and then hopefully keeping the updates on a pretty regular basis for that as well. That's it on the old. And that's the other thing too. I want to call it the Cocaine Stang. I think it's a legitimate name.
It is
That'll work.
it is a legitimate name. I think I don't know. I think you could definitely come up with some other names too, and you could kind of put Cocaine Stang on the shelf if you don't wrap it.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, you could put a thin stripe in front of the grill, which is white. It'd be fine.
It's right on the
Whisker.
the bucking Bronco Mustang's
Yeah.
nose there. But I'm probably gonna end up wrapping it. 'Cause I just gonna see it through, if you will.
I mean, white car looks always good.
Right. And again, I have genuinely have a vision of what I want it to look like. So even if I'm fucking about out there, at least it looks kind of good. So we'll give it that.
I mean, it'll go very well with those wheels.
Yeah.
That is all.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good
Yeah.
point. Good point.
That's another reason too. It's like,
Classy.
because it'll be cool if those wheels are by themselves, but like
I mean,
piece the resistance, bring it all together. Muchos gracias.
It'd work how it is now. But
Exactly. That's what I mean.
it would.
Exactly. But
I'm going to come.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to give you the whole load.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the whole load today.
Shook. How's the build, buddy? Well, Shook
not
actually
come.
isn't here today.
Do not come.
Yeah.
Who else in the level car say yeah?
Yeah, he's actually not here today.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he just felt the need to take the night off to work on his car.
I hope.
And
Yeah.
it's just kind of
Dove right in.
get stuff
He
done.
just gets so like he started after work and then just that
He
was
just got
it.
so devoted to it, to the build and having content for the show.
Yep.
He just got so sidetracked he couldn't make it here today because he's it's going to be finished tonight.
He's indeed.
Guys, he's
It's gonna be finished tonight.
for a start.
Yeah, it's curing right now in the booth.
Yeah.
Everything is actually going back in tonight. It'll be driving tomorrow.
Still don't know what color. No
I'll go
idea.
with Blurple.
I'm sure whatever color he picks, it's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a really cool color.
I think purple. I don't know for sure. I'm truly just speculating and guessing. I honestly, before I decided cocaine sting, I told him to do it white because there was an E36 that I seen that was in the fake world, and a white one with the livery. I was like, whoo. But then another local one, I guess, is white now.
Yep.
Which makes sense.
Even
I get
yellow.
it. I get it. Yellow would be cool too. Purple would be cool.
Oh, yellow would be so
Have
cool.
you guys seen the
Paint the car yellow.
Ooh.
Who's that guy from Washington? He has that yellow E36. Even has yellow bucket seats and everything.
What? That's my kind of guy.
I don't know.
Well, I'm a big color match guy.
Oh, item B.
Oh, so he's a dude who had his car unfortunately fall on him.
Yes. That
Okay.
guy.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
he
yeah.
has a yellow
Oh,
M3.
okay.
He has a yellow 4-door M3, fully done up, his own personal kit. Looks very nice.
Nice. The man has taste.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Any other callbacks?
Let's see. I got parts coming in for the Civic.
Ooh.
Boom.
What's
So-
your let's turn the tables.
Let's turn the
Let's turn the
tables.
tables.
Let's turn the tables.
What is your overall plan this off season?
The overall plan this season or off season is to make the interior of the Civic match the exterior, and by that I mean the overall pleasantness of it.
Okay, right.
So
Because
the interior of the Civic is a 30-year-old interior in a Civic.
and you can tell it's weathered.
It's very weathered.
In some, it's not bad. It's not horrific.
it's
by
not
any means.
wonderful.
It's just
it was
not- yeah,
heavily
it's just-
smoked in
Okay.
throughout its life. So there's a lot of cigarette burns. So
You know what? It just made me think. I haven't even sat in the car yet. I've never even sat. in it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I haven't even.
Go have a seat.
I'll be right
He'll
back.
be right back.
No.
Yeah, so it is a CX model, so it is fully blue inside. If you haven't seen it, check out the video on Revival YouTube. However, the carpet is worn super thin. It's super dingy and dirty, so that's gonna come out. I'm gonna give it hell to clean it because you cannot find a blue carpet.
I was just going to ask you, acquirable or impossible?
Like an OEM blue carpet, impossible.
Okay.
Red, black, you can find.
Yep.
I don't want to get a black carpet because like the whole interior is
You
blue.
can't. Right. It
Yeah.
would really. Yeah.
So, it's very cleanable for sure. I'm going to give my best go at it. And if it's still not kind of where I want it, the option is always there to also dye it as well
Yeah.
to help.
What if you go white carpet?
Okay. Do you remember
Dangerous.
there was a red Mark III Jetta from Canada, I believe, and the whole interior was white. Everything was white.
I don't, but I like where his head's at.
Yeah.
Minus the impossible task of driving it or sitting
Yeah,
in
the
it.
whole
or using
interior. It
it.
was in PVW. I
Yep.
saw it in Maryland, I believe, or I'm having false memories. I've definitely seen the car on paper.
Yep.
I've seen it in photos, but I want to say I've seen it in person. But
I cannot imagine the lengths one has to go to in order to keep a white interior white. And why I say that is because I had a fucking beige on beige TDI Passat.
yeah,
And the beige was leather inside. However, just wearing jeans discolored the leather.
yeah, you got to get into like a Tyvek
Right,
like suit
right.
before you drive anywhere.
Yeah. It's just like, I cannot imagine life with a vehicle like
Yeah.
that is fun at all.
I can't imagine. It's one of those things where it looks great parked somewhere, but I can't imagine. The length. Driving it was really that enjoyable. It's probably really enjoyable, but taking care of it found a bit of a pain. But anyway, back to the Civic. So carpet. That's gonna get cleaned thoroughly. Right now, there's like if there was any padding between the carpet and the floor, it is completely worn through and gone.
Yep.
So I gotta pull that out, clean up the floor. We gotta put some sound deadening down, put some like carpet like batting down underneath it. I have floor mats on order that are the OEM blue with the Civic font in cursive.
Ooh.
So those will look nice. Plus, I'll add a little extra sound absorption.
Mm-hmm.
The seats, I'm at an impasse with the seats. Maybe we can help make a decision here. The seats are all blue.
Yep.
So the driver's side bolster is, worn to the metal frame.
Yeah,
like it is
non-existent.
non-existent. So either have them retrimmed, not retrimmed, but pretty much like refluffed, let's call it, and keep the stocking seats because it's like a mono headrest in like a blue like velour-ish material. Very cool. Or find some like trendy blue Recaros, throw them in there.
I think for now you find some trendy blue Recaros, throw them in there, and get the other ones repaired over time.
I think the cost
Is kind of one and the same.
Yeah, it's one and the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know long term, OEM is always better.
Yeah.
I know it. Long term, OEM is always better.
There is that dude.
Oh. DC5 Integra came with blue Recaros.
Okay.
And there's that dude. Yeah, I wonder how much those go for now, though. That's
I
the,
don't wanna
that's the
know.
problem. That's
Yeah.
the because like you could go on Get Japan or whatever one of these other import sites and find blue party Recaros that look fucking killer.
Yeah.
Um,
So what Austin just said, so many people have thrown the idea at me that Integra stuff, but the interior's blue, right? So I can't really put in just like GSR leathers like
black
Austin
set of
said,
seats,
because
right.
it kind of just throws everything off. Because if I'm going to do that, then fuck it, I'll buy a brand new black carpet.
Black, right, and just
and
go
it's kinda
full right
out the
full
window. But
Monty.
like dash is blue, everything's blue. So I think overall, if like my opinion is always OEM's always like simple is more, less is more type thing. I think getting the OEM seats retrimmed and kind of refluffed and brought back to their 30-year-old life is probably the best bet.
Are there any plastics on the OEM seat?
No.
Okay, so that swooping headrest is not plastic.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yes, that is
the only
plastic.
reason I ask, how's that plastic? And is that
It's like rubber. It's like squeeze, like you can squish it.
if you give it a good wash, it'll come back to life?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
That's
yeah.
why, because if that was unsalvageable and ungettable,
Yeah.
maybe that's your.
Yeah, I mean overall, the rear bench is a little loose and like saggy. I think it just waits some better like padding underneath it, like could be brought back to life.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean these are SR3s. Yeah, these would
Those
work
are the
for sure.
factory Type R Integra.
Yeah, what are these here? How much? Oh, well, tell you what. Look at that price. That's what I paid for the car. So
Let me see that.
yeah, that's what I paid for the car. So I think a nice little retrim and nip and a tuck.
What in the fuck?
Yeah, you should see red Type Rs.
Holy
So-
That's
shit.
bad.
Yep. So
Included RSX DC5 compatible seat rails valued at $700 a piece.
The rails alone.
Yeah.
it's insane. The rails.
Wow.
I mean,
Again, this is just on this, but that's what it said, right?
yeah. So
Holy shit.
yeah, seats, carpet. Right now I have 1.5 speakers. So one works all the time and the other one comes intermittently.
Yep.
So the car's definitely going to go next door to Katie Designs.
Yep.
And he's going to do his thing. Not a big stereo, not a competition stereo. Let's be clear, boys.
Not the ice.
Not the ice. He's already put a head unit in for me that works very
I'm
nicely.
going to give you the whole load
He's
today.
definitely going to try and give me the whole load. I just want 4 speakers in the car so I can hear, because at highway speed, the car's at like 4,300 RPM. So it's like,
It's just blind in your ear.
yeah, it's blah the whole time. Sounds good though. God, I love it. And
Sound better with RTBs.
oh, definitely would. You're a fucking bad influence. Listen, if I don't buy those seats, if I don't buy those seats, I could definitely afford
Get the whole
that.
kit and caboodle, right?
Best thing about it too is they face you.
Yeah, they do. You're right. Hey, listen, all good points. All good points.
Call me old pump trumpets.
Yeah, but overall, just tidy up the interior. All the plastics are just kind of, they all need to be. You can clean the interior of a car to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But if I take the PSUs out, I can like clean them, like deep clean them, put them all back in.
We need to, because again, it's a drift car, but I want to clean the inside of the Mustang because I feel like there's other people's dead skin still in there, and I don't like that.
Yeah, there's 30
So-
years of like cigarette smell and ash and
Stuff.
Like, yeah.
So like I have a small steamer at home. I'll bring that in
oh yeah,
because we can Bissell,
yeah, the little Bissell, the little green.
guy.
Oh, the green machine.
Yeah.
I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's Doug has a little green machine.
Does
See,
he?
steam it. He just said it.
Oh yeah, there it is. Steam it.
What, Doug? You'll hear this in like 30 seconds. What do you recommend I do for the carpet?
Steam it.
So yeah, he's probably gonna say steam it. Hey, do you want to do it? But yeah, that and then the shifter. I mean, if anyone's seen the car, they saw the ridiculous shifter in it.
It's more of a erector set type of looking.
Yeah,
thing.
it's like a robot appendage that's in the car. I hate it.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to buy it, let me know. I'll sell it to you.
It's real nice.
No, but the thing is a lot of people see it and they're like, oh, this is sick.
Oh, they
I'm
love
like,
that.
"Oh,
Yeah, I
hate
know.
it.
I just don't
hate
get it.
So I've got every single bushing for the shifter, everything like clip, bush, like not bushing, boot, all that stuff. OEM shifter rod, OEM SI shift knob. So it's gonna go fully back to, again, what I bring back to is that like OEM is best, kind of like a regular is less is more type interior.
Upgrades.
Yeah, so I'm into that for sure. So I think that's kind of what my whole winter's going to be. It's going to be a list nowhere near compared to what the Polo was anytime I took that on. So
Yep.
it's going to be quite enjoyable. The Polo is tucked away nicely in my homestead.
Yep.
Actually, I have to bring with the battery tender. I have to remember that. Nice and tucked away. It's good. Civic will be here. Be some dueling. Hold on. What do we got? Mike Cabral, who actually gave me, if I'm not mistaken, gave me one of the OEM shifter arms, and I appreciate that. I'll donate a set of tan gray DC5 leather seats if you want to wrap them in a different color.
Do you have how are fabric options for Honda stuff?
Definitely easier than finding fabric for the Polo.
Okay, so that's like theoretically, could you match that fabric?
Yeah, it's a rather because the center where there's a pattern ish.
Yeah.
Those
Is
are all
good.
nice. It's the bolsters that are just kind of a standard blue like velourish material. That's what's really kind of wrecked on both.
Because
of them.
there's that dude in Connecticut who does the BMW stuff. I think he just does a lot of other stuff
Yeah.
too, but he posts mainly the BMW stuff. Phenomenal work. Like I think that'd be something, you know.
Yeah, I think, and I was I meant to talk to Nick about it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say right. I
I
don't
meant
know
to
if
talk
he'd
to
take
him
on,
about
but-
it when, not for him to take it on, but as like a guide point because he's done a few sets where he's taken kind of tired, sloppy
Yep,
seats
bolsters and-
apart, carved new foam, wrapped the fabric back over them, and brought them right back to life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, pretty small list, pretty easy. Little help from my friends next door, and the interior will be plush and posh and comfortable.
Yep.
And quiet. And
Are you gonna do any sound deadening?
yeah, on the floor for
Okay,
sure.
I think-
I don't, as far as like door panels and all that stuff, I'm just kind of gonna start with the floor
Yep.
and see what that gives me because overall it's not loud. Now that I put the new exhaust on, it's not super loud.
Yeah.
It's just you could definitely hear like when you're driving like, all like the grit and the rocks like hitting the bottom of the floor and everything. So you
Yeah.
kind of just want to muffle
Tame
that
that
a
a
little
little
bit. Yeah,
bit,
muffle
yeah.
that a little bit because the outside is like very polished and finished. So I got to bring that inside.
Right. Right.
So.
Raph, what are you doing this winter? Are you keeping the Jetta? You had a Mark II Jetta.
That is actually gone.
Okay, it's
To
already gone.
another listener.
Oh,
which
okay.
He has a full swap and everything ready for it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So a listener of ours?
He's doing
Yes.
that this winter.
He comes to the donut meets. He brought that burgundy small bumper Mark II last time. So burgundy small bumper Mark II, complete stock interior.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he has a
Sweet.
bunch of extra stuff for that.
What about the Tacoma?
I actually ordered a bunch of stuff for it today. I
Did you?
ordered a new radio, a mount for the antenna, just so it's easier when we're on the trails and stuff to talk to each other instead of using a walkie.
Okay, right.
The
Oh,
walkie-
how does that work? You just go right through.
So the one I ordered, there's a plug and play kit that comes with it.
Is there a button
So it's an actual like the copper
like a
radios where it's like
CB?
the,
yeah,
CB
yeah.
style.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, but it
okay.
doesn't transmit a CB. It'll just be, I think it's FRS and I forgot the other frequency.
Yeah,
But it'll allow us to talk to each other on the trails. 'Cause-
within a certain proximity.
Yeah, because the walkies could only go so far and they get easily, like the signal gets easily disrupted.
Right, because they operate the same manner as a lot of other stuff.
Yes.
Right. That'd be cool. You gonna
Yes.
have a name
Um,
like Breaker?
I'll probably think of something ridiculous.
So you're actually, we'll get into that later. I was going to ask, the off-road stuff. Clearly you're enjoying that. So we'll get into more of that later.
I definitely want to hear more about
yeah.
that for sure. But yeah, overall, I mean, we'll keep people updated. I've got parts coming in, so that was kind of the biggest hurdle. Just getting that stuff, and I just want to have it all here before I start. This way, if I take it apart, I have everything I need, rather than waiting on stuff.
In truth, that's like, I want to have most of my shit ready to go. Because I have coilovers, pen hard, rack spacers. So like, short of the interior shit, like I said, starting out earlier, that's how I'm going to try to handle that. Like, it's kind of ready to go.
Yeah.
Once I, start, which will be good. Any deep thoughts from anybody?
Any deep thoughts? I did have one, and I was stuck in. It's not really a deep thought. It's maybe more of like a traffic thought.
Yeah.
Let's call it a traffic thought. It's not a deep thought, it's a traffic thought. And I thought about this. So on my way home from Boston the other night, went and saw the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
My way home, we're in the tunnel. Traffic. Dead stop traffic. Like, what is going on?
Big shouts to Jason Tatum. I heard he has a Bronco Raptor.
He's also got a sprained ankle. So
Ooh, big.
get your shit together, my
Yeah,
friend.
figure it out.
Yeah.
They're just resting
He's
on
also
him.
got the cutest kid, Deuce. He's the best. So we're stuck. And like, you know what? When you're stuck in traffic, why be miserable? Right?
Yep.
Why not start honking the horn alongside other people to like, tunes? It's like,
It's Christmas time. I picture.
yeah, exactly. Maybe like
yeah.
and then you send a tune out and someone sends a tune back.
Right.
So it was myself, Andrew, and our two lovely ladies. So we were stuck in his actually unbelievable Mark 8 GTI he's just got.
Yep.
And
Big shouts to the Radiator, still there.
Radiator's still good. Radiator's
there.
still good. Solid as a rock.
Yep.
And we were having a time. Him and I were in the back seat. We were just having a blast, beeping away. Well, we weren't beeping. We would not participate in the beeping, but we were listening to the beeping. We were encouraging the beeping.
Yeah.
If you're stuck in traffic,
Right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Make it better.
If everybody had that thought, the world would be a better place.
And the thing is, like, you'd see people, you look over at them, and then they were laughing, they were having a good time. And then there were some people, they weren't really enjoying the beeping.
A bit of a Debbie Downer, if you will.
Yeah, but I was like, this sucks. I mean, we're stuck in here for like 45 minutes. It takes 45 minutes to drive home. So it's like, I definitely wouldn't rather be here, but like, what can I do to enjoy this?
I remember, years and years and years ago being stuck in the Providence Place Mall, not partaking in beeping. I was just in a vehicle, but somebody was yelling out the window, just doing like a security.
See?
But it was like, at one point, everybody else joined in, and then people started beeping, and I'm like, fucking funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
funny the
It's
whole
funny.
time. Yeah.
Situation sucks. This is funny.
And we got out of there, and I was like, wow, that wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
But it probably took like an hour.
But yeah, when we passed it, there was some car spun around,
You ever did,
facing the wrong way.
You ever been stuck in traffic, like cruising with friends, and you start just going into like an S while in traffic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that really throws people off.
Oh,
gets
it says
them
big time.
paranoid.
Yeah. People are afraid when cars start doing things that
Yeah.
they don't normally see.
Like warming up your tires.
That is kind of a deep thought. People's driving is worse than ever.
Oh my God.
I've at work, we put a lot of emphasis on safety, a lot of emphasis on the safety and defensive driving, just driving in general, being present in the moment, doing just that, driving. It's alarming, like some of the people on the road.
It's gotten worse.
It's like pandemic, cool. Everybody's locked up. Stay the fuck inside. Good. You're scared? Stay in there. I don't give a shit. These are my roads. Now, it's a fucking disaster.
I just got a dash cam probably a month ago or so.
Yeah.
Just because I'm on the road a little bit more.
Mhm.
Yep. It's a
That's
great
smart.
idea.
Within less than 12 hours, I got probably 2-3 clips of me almost getting hit, one almost getting T-boned in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense at all.
It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. The level, the idiocracy of people on the road these days. I don't know. I like a lot of people will say, "Oh, that's why we need self-driving." No, fuck that.
No.
We just need less people.
No,
That's my
no.
that's
No
my
self-driving.
solution. No self-driving, self-control. Have less people.
Yeah, and Nick R in the chat brought up, but people's attention is worse than ever. It is, dude. Distracted driving has got to be at an all-time high. It's
100%.
unbelievable, dude. And the thing is, it's like I'm driving and I like look around, and I just see people like just doing all kinds of things.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like 90% of it is, head down in their phone. Literally multiple times a day, I will see and I'll go, oh, that person's on their phone. And sure enough, quick glance, no eyes on the road at all. Just fucking head down. like, what do you do? You are
Chin to
aware you're
chest.
in control of your drive. Right.
Yeah.
And it's fucking wild.
Somebody
Absolutely
got
wild.
upset at me because I honked at them. So the light turned green and they're doing the same thing, chin to chest, looking down at their phone. I
Yeah.
honk and they throw their arms at me like I did something wrong.
Yeah. Fuck you, you dummy.
Yeah. I
Like-
wanted to go home.
And it's not even the fact of like, oh, the light turned green. I can't. My time is more important. I can't sit here for 5 extra seconds. No, that's not it. It's you're in a fucking car operating potentially a deadly weapon.
It's got
Pay
a deadly
attention.
weapon. Yeah.
Pay attention. Like it's pretty fucking simple, but I feel like it's getting worse and worse.
And also, I feel like people don't really care as much anymore in a sense.
No, I
Don't
agree with
care.
that. Like careless, completely careless, dumb, careless. We need less people. That's the deep thought, I guess.
Yeah, see.
So,
A cleansing.
coming up this week.
Yeah.
The purge.
So coming up this week, let's see. No events that we're going to. I think it's quiet on all fronts on that in that manner for now. So we did want to add some stuff coming up this week. Revival, the Circle Jerks boys. We kind of came to the conclusion that for them to progress, and especially being invited to certain NASCAR events, it's probably not a good idea to have your name called in front of a bunch of media people and blah, blah, blah. The Circle Jerks. Not going to be the best PC thing for long-term,
Yeah.
success, I believe. So they approached me with the name change. I said, completely agree. Let's do it. Let's fucking rip the Band-Aid off now. So they hit the ground running, if you will, just yesterday. Switched their name up. Loose is Fast. That's the new podcast name. Makes a lot of sense.
Loose is Fast.
NASCAR term.
What does this NASCAR term mean?
Truly loose is fast, I think, in reference to the vehicle. Loose setup is fast. You sort of like, what's that? It's like slow is fast in some
Okay,
terms,
yeah.
It's in that manner.
Gotcha.
So they hit the ground running just yesterday. New name. And one of the big things that I keep pushing them, like guests, get guests. So they're going to start doing that, especially now with the NASCAR off season. They had a great guest, first of all, Brad Perez. He was actually the driver of the truck that they sponsored, which in turn got a slap on the wrist. He did from NASCAR because of the name. So it's really full circle. So this episode in particular make a lot of sense. I haven't listened to the whole thing, so I don't know if they get specifically into that. I'm sure they will touch upon it because Brad will be probably front and upfront to everybody about how it all went down. It's very interesting to hear how certain races in NASCAR, and I mean, for instance, he drives the trucks. I don't know the actual name of the series, but you have not necessarily privateers, but sponsored drivers, but they're always looking for other sponsors. So that's how the Loose is Fast boys got involved, and basically with their own cash and listeners crowdfunded getting their logo or old logo onto that truck. But again, what I was trying to allude to before, it all happened so quick. There's like 4 days where Brad Perez and his team go, oh shit, we need some more sponsors. Let's put it out there that we can build this for these slots for this race in particular. So that's how, like, in a span of, let's call it a week, got it approved, or I say approved, got the payment, got it to Brad, who cut the sticker and put it on the truck, not approved by NASCAR. That turns out it was a problem because it was awesome at the same time to see it on the truck, but then watching the actual race, which a lot of people tuned in to check out, TV didn't broadcast it because of the name.
Because of
the term, the Circle Jerks.
okay.
I get it. And it pisses me off too. Like,
Yeah, it's just like, but there's no context to what it is.
right. Correct.
Which I guess is a positive and a negative.
Exactly.
But like,
And unfortunately, in the PC world we live in, all those big conglomerates and companies, especially, you know, with a lot of sponsorship backings, will err on the side of caution and not put something like that out.
Yeah.
So like,
That's right. It's always guilty until proven innocent.
correct. Exactly. So, and again, the driver Brad did get a talking to from NASCAR about that. My understanding is, and I hope they go into more of that, excuse me, in that episode. So go check that out. Also,
It's just like the automatic rebuttal is like, yeah, it's a show that promotes your brand for free every single week. You owe them money. You know, like that's kind of like what. Think about it. It's like what they do.
Yeah.
They talk about NASCAR every single week. NASCAR doesn't pay them,
right.
but it's promotion for them.
It's natural, organic promotion. Right.
NASCAR owes us money.
They're so,
That's it.
I think they're so big they don't give a shit.
They owe us money.
They're gonna, you know, big dog.
Send them a bill.
Do a big dog say.
Send them a bill. You ever hear about that
Nice
guy
fat
who
invoice.
started sending bills to like large companies,
Oh,
making
yeah.
up fake invoices?
He ended up getting caught eventually, but
Fuck him.
but for a
Send him
while
a bill.
he sent him. They paid him.
Send him a
I
bill.
mean,
Listen.
So yeah, that's the reason for the name change. Listen to this week's episode from them. Yeah, but overall, I get it. Circle
If you
Jerks
make them
was-
small enough, they'll pay him.
Circle Jerks was a good name.
They'll pay him without questioning him.
Oh right, yeah. If you put like 500 invoices for, you know, small amounts, sure.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
$27.63 for
I wonder what level. I wonder where
delivery change.
I wonder where you have to go till it becomes a felony. Can you straddle that
I
line?
think there's an actual number.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is. Can you straddle that line? Sort of like
Oh,
all the
yeah,
people
bro.
who steal shit in San Francisco.
Dude, don't even start it.
I can steal $899 worth of stuff. As long as it's not 9, I'm good.
Yeah.
Apparently. Anyways, coming up this week, or already happened this week as well on the Revival Mode Network. Topics Under the Stairs had another music-based episode, which is very good. Go check that out. I don't know enough about the gentleman who was guest on. Oh wow, yeah, okay.
That's
So
a pretty low number.
gets to a felony pretty quick. So
mean,
go
I
listen to
could
that. Go
use
check
that.
that out. I know, right? That could go. There's my seat.
Yeah.
And talking motorcycles, Tom out there on the West Coast, still enjoying being a new baby daddy. So
I actually have to talk to you about that
oh, okay.
because he's got a few episodes in the can and needs help editing, and I told him I'd give him a hand.
Oh, sick. Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Generally pretty easy.
Yeah.
And Wes, I don't know. I know mine, Stairs' and Circle Jerk.
It's going to be hard. I told you that in the car.
Mine,
be a hard
Stairs'
It loses fast.
and loses fast. Generally pretty easy. We're not taking out ums and ahs and buttholes and shit. I don't think Tom really is either. So if it's generally pretty quick, I can show you in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's just some blank space and stuff.
Yeah,
But
perfect.
he's got a few in the can ready to rip that are pretty good.
Perfect.
And it's just a time constraint thing. So if I can help him out in any way,
Fuck yeah.
I'm his boy.
We can get that rolling. So yeah, that's coming up this week at Revival. Let's get right into B4B. Shit, I don't have the music. Raph, can you yell? Just kidding. I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just messing with you.
Right,
We'll
lose my
we'll
voice.
have a fill in
I'm going to come.
to the B4B. So what is B4B, you ask? Well, Chuck, I will tell you. That is how we keep this train rolling. Not just us, but Loose is Fast, Topics Under the Stairs, and Talk Motorcycles podcast. We need your help to pay for the studio. We don't want to jam new products in your face, down your throat every single week. We're going to try to start to put more merch up there because believe me, I know I've heard from a handful of people that we don't have anything up there to buy, which was true. You know, we ran out of magazines, ran out of t-shirts, but now I'm creating a sticker literally every day. I'm going to run a couple off and I'll put them up there on the website. Right now, there's probably 8 different stickers up there to purchase.
I'm going to go find my favorite.
On top of a couple bags of our coffee left, and like I said, Crew Next we'll have some t-shirts with this logo, the Drivers Club logo, and the Hanya mask on there. Hopefully next week or so. I do have a bunch of other designs coming, so we're gonna really make an effort to keep that stuff a bit more frequent, especially with having the ability to print the stuff here and kind of do it on demand as much as we can.
Live and direct.
Exactly. So, but with that, we have B4B. B4B is your way if you take anything from this podcast or any one of our shows to help support us. You can go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can sign up. It's a subscription-based setup. The options are $2, $5, $10, and $20, or you can manipulate those however you really tickle your fancy and give us whatever you want on a monthly basis. Now, with that said, there's another way. You can go to info@revivalmotoring.com via PayPal, and if you want to send us a one-time donation, that works too. It all genuinely helps out. If you can't do monetary, believe me, we understand. We're part of it. We're in the thick of it as well. Inflation's a bitch. We sit here every week and talk about things that are entertainment and that we enjoy, and we're very fortunate and able to do that with your help. There are a lot of people out there who just can't, and we get that. So we hope we bring something to you. And if you want to still help us out, you can do that other than a monetary donation. You can reach out to any one of us via DM, send us some stories, send us some links, send us, I don't know, some pictures, your project, whatever it is you might be working on. You can send that to us via the DMs, via email, any which way. You know how to get to us.
Any sort of content for the show.
And we will, most likely read it, potentially bring it up. We'll see how it goes. So there is that. And then as far as the B4B is concerned, we, am I forgetting anything? Okay.
Jump in the chat.
Obviously, right. There's a handful of things. So you can jump in the chat. We're here every week, Wednesday evenings, anywhere between 6:30 and 7:30. That's accurate.
Yeah.
Hey,
listen, we got our own lives.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
If you could beat Tim to the chat, I will personally send you $1.
He said he's got an eBay switch or something. He's got. I'm
You
sure
give
it's
him
like an
an
RSS feed. It's like an alert. I'm sure that he set up.
It's got to be like a
Smoke
crawler.
signal.
Yeah, something.
The revival bat signal.
Exactly. So you can join in on the chat. The other thing you can do, leave us some reviews, whether it's on, or actually leave us a written review plus 5 stars on iTunes. That helps us out, or 5 stars on Spotify. Then the other thing we like to do is give stuff away. And what we mean by give stuff away is we have B4B subscribers. Any active B4B subscriber is probably going to receive from us potentially a holiday card, maybe some stickers, and automatically be entered each month from here on out to win a, dare I say, gift basket from us. That's probably going to include, but may or may not include, a skate deck, some stickers, some air fresheners, maybe some swag we get from other vendors and people we work with over the next few months to years. All that good stuff. It's going to be put in a box to a winner that we pick live on the podcast each and every month, first week of every month. Next one's going to actually happen next week, so we'll do that live on the air, and we'll pick another winner. You're automatically entered if you're a B4B sub. So there is that. And how do we calculate all this and rate it? Well, we have BPL.
The bucks per listen. Cents per listen, but bucks per listen because we're, hopeful is what we are. Now, we have calculated it. What do? We normally send it to NASA, send it to that guy Brian. He gets all the credit. I read off his work. I cheat off his homework.
Mm-hmm.
And what we get is 12 cents per listen on last week's episode. Now, 12 cents per listen. It's not our highest. Definitely not our lowest.
That beat the week before.
Certainly did.
Okay.
So we're going up. We're trending upward. With a few small donations, we can beat our all-time highest of 15 cents per listen. I'd like to see that happen.
Yep. Few small, just a tiny donation.
Just for 25 cents a day,
Yep.
you too can feed the Revival Boys.
In the arms.
In the arms of an angel. Exactly. We can't license that song. We definitely cannot afford that.
I think I'm going to make a remake,
In the arms of Chuck.
No, I'd like to add some angle.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually a really good
I think
one.
I could make a play on that.
I think you can expand on that.
This is trademarked.
We're at 12 cents per listen. Help us get up to beat our all-time high of 15 cents per listen. I know you guys can do it. I know you can help.
You know what?
You can also donate in the chat. Shouts to Devin.ox.
Yes.
Huge contributor.
Big
we
shouts.
appreciate
He does
you.
it like weekly. I'm setting a handful of goals for myself personally as far as numbers I want to hit. Social media, like I want to make sure, all right, 4 posts, 4 videos. This is all kind of coming in the next few months. I think we set a goal next year to hit 0.25 at some point.
25 cents a listen.
25 cents to
Listen.
listen. Next year sometime in the B4B.
25 cents. I'm in. Listen, if we're getting 25 cents, we're doing well. Doing well. Our listeners are taking care of us. They're making sure that we're going to stay on air.
Might be drinking sparkling water.
At 25 sets, Corey will buy those blue Recaros.
You're putting a lot on him personally by saying that.
I'll go buy another car.
Sir, dude, I cannot believe how much those Recaros are. We'll get
That's
into
a lot.
it. That's going to whole path. With that said, we do allow anybody who subscribes to the B for B to chime in. So we have some messages this week. Big shouts to Andrew W. He just says, keep crushing it, ISC suspension. So big shouts to him. Again, we did a video with them. Going to do some more stuff, especially
Wait, there's a gentleman from ISC?
Yes.
Shout out to him.
Yep.
We got his little spacer right here up front.
Got the spacer there and some an ISC catalog for everybody to take a
This
look
is,
at. If anybody has any questions, please get in touch with me as far as ISC, and I'll send you in the right direction
It's
as
a
well.
20 mil spacer we got right here.
I think so.
20 mil spacer for 5x114.3. 56.1 hub. What does this go on? What do we think?
56.1, isn't that BMW?
I don't know, but Volkswagen's 57.
It might be Honda because Honda has a smaller bore than
Okay.
Volkswagen.
I remember 56.1 for some odd reason, though. I
Yeah.
can't remember why.
I should know
Wow,
that.
these things are beefy.
They are.
I feel bad
Thick.
putting them on
They're almost too nice.
a car. Yeah, it's almost like too nice. A nice laser logo right there.
And dyes
hardware.
black.
The
Look at
finish
it.
is
The
better than
hardware is
most
super
powder
nice.
coats.
I know, right? It's a hard.
What are those? Are those conical seat nuts?
Let me rub my finger in there. They are conical. They're not ball seat.
Yep.
My personal favorite, but they are conical.
Yeah. Another B4B subscriber, Steve B, just writes, I just want to support the boys.
Shout out to Stevie
Thank
B.
you very much, Stevie B.
Great music.
Another one, Anthony N, just writes, I don't know where to put the B4B note, so I'll put it in here. I think
Well, guess what?
you nailed it anyway. I think I've listened to every episode and I love them all. Hope to make it to more donut meets next summer, even though I have a Subaru now. Thanks for the hours of entertainment. Hey,
Listen.
you know what? You're welcome on a Sunday.
Just park out on the fringe of everything. No,
Park right in front of Chuck, please.
Bring it on in. Yeah, bring it on in.
Yeah, always welcome. Always welcome. Another sub, Adam M. No message, but I think that covers it for our B4B. So
We got a good week.
again, big shouts to everybody. We did have a good
You
week.
see that? Just a few subs. We went up to 12 cents.
Yep.
A few more subs next week.
We could
I think we could beat 15 cents.
right. I was gonna say we could penetrate that 15
yeah.
mark.
With some ball seat bolts.
Ball seats.
Yeah.
Any hot light
As
beams?
opposed to waggle bolts.
Ooh,
Waggle?
those are
Waggles. Very sketchy.
Yeah.
Are they waggles or wiggles?
Wobble.
Wobble bolts.
Wibble
That's
wobble.
the word I'm thinking
sketchy.
of.
Wibble, wobble, waggle.
Yeah.
Same
Wobble
thing.
bolts. Like
I'm
going
going to come.
5
Yes.
to by 112 to 5 by 114.
Yeah. Oh, it's only 3 millimeter.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's your car.
The bolt goes like this.
Yeah. Let's see. Did the B for B. Any YouTube? Anybody watched any YouTubes lately? I've been
line up.
diving in.
What do you got up there?
So I've actually started watching this channel, Lone Star Drift. Pretty
Ooh,
good.
okay.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Obviously YouTube's algorithm recommended it to me, and I've been diving in. He interviews a lot of good people around the scene, some of our friends, Grant, Jimmy, things like that. He just had James Dean on, who's probably, it's debatable who's number one in the world. James Dean is it's, what is it, Dogo Soto? Daigo Soto. I can't pronounce the
Daigo
name. I'm
Saito,
terrible. Him and Dean. Matter of fact, the cool thing is Lone Star Drift, they have Drift Week. I believe in the next Drift Week, they're both going to be there. I can't remember if they're both going to be there.
Drift week. I said drift. Drift week. There's going to be a bunch of people from Japan.
Yeah. I can't remember if he's there or not. But, no, you know what? I think it's somebody else. And I think it was just a conversation about them two potentially at some point meeting somehow in a, dare I say,
That'd be a
clash.
very good
Clash of the Titans, if you will. But he had James Dean on his episode, I guess you want to call it, interview episode. He interviews a bunch of people on Drift Week. Super cool. I'm about 3/4 of the way through. James Dean just seems like a great dude. Like, just down to earth. Literally eats, sleeps, drinks, driving the car at 11:10s.
Have you seen James Dean's actual personal YouTube channel?
I have, yeah. I watched a couple of those episodes. Yeah, pretty good. Another, I don't know if anybody's into this sort of stuff, but I know we have a bunch of old BMX heads and mountain bike heads out there. So Danny McCaskill, I don't know if anybody's familiar with him, but he's basically, I don't want to call him a trials rider, but he's kind of like an urban trials rider. He's certainly known for a lot of influential videos, YouTube stuff, crazy stunting, if you will. Stunting in different wild locations. He actually visited San Francisco, and it's I think it's 5 minute. Yeah, 5 minute video. Just go watch it. Danny McCaskill's Postcard from San Francisco. Even if you're not into BMX or anything of that sort, you're going to be like, what in the fuck? How is this human being doing these things?
Just happy he wasn't taking about the robotic lethal weapon.
Oh my God.
Listen, it's out there.
It's true. It's true.
I have so many bad things to say about that.
Well, we can only go so far.
Yeah.
I can't say them.
So yeah, that is out there. Oh, and the other one, I put it in the notes and I shared it with the boys. Jeff Walker. This is just like some random dude, but he's got like, shit. Let me scroll down.
Everyone's some random dude to somebody, though.
I'm sorry, not Jeff Walker. Is it Jeff Walker? No, I don't know what that one is. Enduro Kex.
Is that what you sent?
Kex. Yeah, I sent it to the boys.
Yeah.
It is basically just these wild men from another country on these enduro motocross bikes ripping wild trails, and they don't give a shit. They're just sending it off of anything and everything. And it's so like, I stumbled again. Algorithm got me. I decided to play it, and I'm like, eyes wide open, glued to it, because it was just fun.
Different type of person.
Fun for all, fun for all, if you will. So I've been watching that a lot lately as well. That's my YouTubes.
I got a few. I'm going to run through them fairly quick. Well, first and foremost, Josh did an awesome video about the ISE suspension building. They got quite the setup there. If you're curious of what a real deal business looks like, ISE suspension, go check them out. Next up, Mike Burrows.
Yep.
I can't just use a Mike generic name. It's the most common name. He finally revealed what his custom wheels were that were being built. He had been kind of talking about them for, I think, about a year. They finally showed up. Well, two of them finally showed up, and they're the wrong size.
Oh. Wasn't he afraid of that to begin with?
Yes, but he's like, I gave the company very exact measurements of everything, and I even included the exact schematics of the brake setup.
Didn't he do like a whole CAD file and everything for them?
Yep. And he's like, what's interesting is I provided Rotiform the exact same information, and they made me a full set of wheels that bolted right on the car perfectly and fit exactly as I intended.
Yeah.
So he's like, I got two of them. Still don't have the other two. These don't fit. So I think he is kind of at a loss there.
Yep.
Which is a bit of a bummer, but if you're interested in what the wheel is, I think it's sick. I also think that what this is leading to is inevitably what I had assumed, and he'll be making his own wheel. So he seems to have the smarts to do that, as well as backing from some really big companies who can help him out there.
Yep.
Next up, let's scroll. Ooh, Larry Casilla, Ammo NYC.
Ooh.
Did a B5 Audi RS4 Avant Nagaro blue wagon detail. Let me tell you, hits the feels.
Yep.
That color, the car, obviously, like I said it before, let it punish me. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to look at this and be like,
spank me harder, daddy.
Yeah. And then the last and the, in my opinion, coolest video I've watched recently, it is titled The Gnarliest Race on Earth, Baja 1000 Class 11. It's a 26, 27-minute long video following Class 11 race at this year's Baja 1000. It's really well done. It's really, really cool. I mean, it gives you a really good insight to the kind of hecticness that you go through. And granted, I mean, I've never done anything near a Baja 1000, so I can only imagine what these boys went through. But check it out; it's worth a watch. If you're ever curious at all, this will kind of answer or give you way more questions than you had before.
A lot. All right. I was going to say that usually that insight answers some stuff, but right.
It'll answer stuff, but at the same time, you'll be like, why the fuck would anyone do this?
Right.
You know?
There's no.
Or like, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why'd that break? That kind of stuff there. But it's very good. And I know that team in particular is putting together a pretty lengthy video that we'll probably see in the next few weeks. And I'm sure I'll talk about it as well. But
Yeah.
I'll talk for you too. What about you, Raph? What do we got?
I just watched, probably one of my favorite channels is Juice Box for You.
Juice Box for You.
So it's a group of, well, mainly it's one guy from Ireland. He does like a lot of videos on his 8.6 he's been building for like the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Like collecting parts over the years slowly. Even went to Japan, picked
Yeah.
up stuff out there. He was here recently with the Drift Game guys,
Mm-hmm.
covering the Drift Week for with Lone Star Drift. But yeah, their videos are pretty cool because there's a bunch of friends inside their shops working on their personal cars. I don't know. It's
Wow. So he's got the world's cleanest Toyota Starlet Turbo. That's a cool ass car.
yeah. He knows a good amount of people, so he's like inside to all these
Mhm.
secret like collections or like somebody's home garage. You'd be surprised at what's hidden out there.
You know, not really, because these things pop up all the time. I'm like, how is that still out there? Like totally untouched and no one really knew about it.
So,
Or
he explains like the whole Japanese car scene out there.
yeah.
Because I know for a while in the early 2000s they were importing a ton of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's even D1 cars, like early drift cars.
Yep.
Rare, like super rare 8.6s, any type of S13. There's the original RWB Corollas out there too, owned by one of his friends.
Well, he's got some cool shit.
Yeah, so they have some cool stuff. And then you brought up the Baja 1000. There's a group of friends that did the trip in 2 Tacomas, a 4Runner, and a Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
They did the whole Baja
They just
1000.
like chase.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, actually by themselves. This was separate.
So
They didn't,
they an entrant or
didn't enter it. They did
okay?
it-
So they just like chased while the race was happening.
no, so they followed the same route.
Yeah.
Like I think it might have been a month prior.
Mm.
a
Oh,
4 episode,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they did it in their own trucks, proven
Yeah.
like simple setups could do it.
Yeah.
They had funds. They visited a bunch of remote places.
What did they put up for a time?
I don't know.
Did they do it within 36 hours?
They might have actually.
All right.
They gave themselves some time to do it. They were panicking.
Did they have a video about it?
Yeah, it has
I'll
4
watch that.
episodes. It's under Tacoma Beast.
Did I just not listen to what you just said to me?
No, I didn't mention the YouTube
Okay.
channel.
Who?
Tacoma Beast. Is what you-
Tacoma Beast. There you are.
it should
Tacoma
be like
Beast.
4 or 3 episodes.
Okay. I'm in. I'm definitely going to check that out. I watched a bunch of pre-run videos as well, so it'd be interesting to kind of see these guys do it. Let's
Yeah,
see.
they do like a whole, I guess, overland take on it.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that.
No, I mean, I bet it's cool. I mean, some of the routes, I mean, you're driving along the ocean. You're seeing some pretty wild stuff out there. I guess when you're racing, you don't really have time to stop and smell the roses, if you will. But if you're here, you get your little tent up top, you pop it open.
It's pretty cool because some of the stops, they stopped at night, so it's just pitch black. They wake
Yep.
up in the morning, they have like one of the most amazing views.
Yeah, right into Tijuana. That's it. Land of the free, home of the brave.
Hey, Bendejo.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm into that. Yeah.
I've been called a Bendejo once or twice in my life.
What does that mean?
You're a kind man.
I don't know.
No.
Does asshole? Doesn't that mean
yeah.
asshole?
Kinda.
Or-
Is that like a loose
or
translation?
it's like a something negative, I imagine, right?
It's pretty. It's pretty negative, but it also depends how you say it because you could just call your friend a pendejo, just like you call your friend any
Right.
type of curse word in English.
Right.
It all
Yeah.
depends on the tone.
okay.
true.
Yeah. So context.
Yeah.
Is key. You hear that,
Yeah.
people?
If somebody called me a Bendejo while pointing a gun at me, probably not good.
yeah.
Or they just want to be your friend. You never know.
You're
Yeah.
a forced friend.
Yeah. Forcibly being friends. Yeah.
If you get hit with it, you deserve it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Little
then last channel I was watching, Aiden removed the clear bra off of a 93 Corrado.
Dude, we talked about Aiden for a while, and then I kind of, I don't know what happened. You know what happened? Fucking Instagram stopped recommending me his stuff, and I would stop seeing it. So I gotta like go and like,
Yeah.
you gotta play that game. You like a bunch of his stuff just to get like the content back in your. Yeah, look at this. Like I haven't seen any of this stuff he's been posting.
Yeah, so annoying.
Fucking Instagram. Look at this shit. What's this yellow pickup truck? This is sick.
Can we just go back to fucking normal?
Look at this guy. Look at this fucking.
Okay.
He's got a yellow Honda scooter in the back of a yellow Volkswagen Caddy. Yeah, I mean,
That's how you live life.
yeah. Aiden's the best. Good follow. Check it out.
Great watches.
Yeah, you know what? I usually just follow him on Instagram. I don't really pay attention to his YouTube stuff. I definitely should though.
You'd appreciate it. It's a lot of like lo-fi hip hop as he goes into very
intense details.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like that M3 he recently did.
That sounds like a jolly time.
Yeah, it definitely is. So, good YouTube content. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, no, it's, I want to bring some things back every now and again.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll bring back the hotline someday.
Ooh, the hotline.
Maybe.
You read this?
But for now, I want to cover the news. I think we can get into the news, right? Les news.
Les news.
Les news. Oh, bonjour.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, really coming out swinging.
So my brain went bonjour, French cheese. I don't know why I thought of cheese with the French, but there was this stupid thing on Instagram that I seen or kept seeing of some dude whose wife is yelling at him because he bought like it's like 30 pounds of Parmesan cheese. It's 44 pounds of cheese.
Yeah.
He's like,
is it in a wheel?
It's 3/4 of a wheel.
Yeah.
Like the just top is missing.
It's like this big.
And he's like, they charged me $10.41 for it. I'm not gonna buy this. And it's fucking. And she's like, what are we going to do with all this
Put it
cheese?
in the basement.
And he's like, I don't know, but I wasn't not buying it.
Put it in the basement. It'll be fine.
The best part is the little kid in the background. Parmesan cheese.
It's legit. Oh my god, it's so good. It was supposed to be. It's like a $400 piece of cheese.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't that seem like a steal?
Because it was like, I think it was like $10.41 a pound. Or something like that, or is what it was supposed to be, but they just put like, or unit price $10.41, they put one instead of per pound. So he's like, it has a sticker on it for $10.41. I'm not fucking letting this go.
Those wheel of cheese, like they put the pasta in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what I mean. The dude's two-handing it, like, and
they're not small,
and he's doing a cheese squat, just moving it in the fucking kitchen. It's so good. I don't know why. That's why.
You're like, honey, we're having parm tonight. Bring it over to the table, shave some off.
No matter what, it's getting fresh Parmesan.
Pancakes in the morning,
fresh
parm.
Tell me when.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Just say when.
Yeah, ice cream at night, fresh parm.
Come on, kids, bring your bowls over.
Quick snack midday, fresh parm.
Brushing your teeth, a little bit of parm.
Yeah,
a little sprinkle in your water.
Oh my God.
A few little shavings to bring to work with you, a little midday snack, a little midday pick me up
in your pocket, like on the go. Oh my god!
Oh, that's good. That's good.
A little triangle out of your pocket.
Yeah, just cut it right. Cut a chunk off. Keep it in your pocket, like a piece of fucking bread on a ship from the 1800s. Let's see news. Besides that, sorry to the French. Anyway, so on Thanksgiving of all days, BMW released the 2023 3.0 CSL.
Oh boy, you might want to put that up on the screen.
Ooh, good call.
Oh, is it too much? You got it?
No, it'll take me a moment, but I'll bring it.
So, I don't know if anyone's seen this. Raph, you seen this yet?
Yes, I have.
All right, raw take. What do you got?
Not worth the price.
No, listen, that's not even.
That's the least offensive thing you could say.
the price is like the price is astonishing. It's staggering. Let's just call it incorrect. I'd even call it rude.
A slap to the face.
Yeah, but the design. Listen, I've taken a few on the chin with the fact that, like, listen, the M3, M4 wasn't great. Could have been worse, right? Some other
it's pretty bad.
Some other BMW styling hasn't been the best, hasn't been wonderful. But hey, you know what? Could always be worse. This. Look at that fucking shift knob. What are you supposed to do with this? Some cunt is gonna buy this and be like so proud that he spent $700,000, and there's one of 50
before markup.
I was gonna say, I
guess
normal people won't even see these. It's gonna be princes, oil barons, and nobody's like. I guess it's kind of a deep thought. Matter of fact, I thought of this way earlier. I might have been, in a food coma on Thanksgiving thinking of this. Like, to be fair, I don't give a flying fuck about this car. And the reason I say that is because it does nothing for me as far as, yeah, cool, it's cool to look at, great. That's all I'm going to ever see and that's all I'm going to ever cover this thing is 30 seconds when we talk about it on here, and then it's going to the ether, and I'm going to forget it even exists.
Bring up, it's going to be hard to find because of the way Google's bullshit search results are.
I don't know, I'm no shook.
But just search Batmobile 3.0 CSL.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to see the original, and we want to see what a far cry this new unit is from what is like just the epitome. That's perfect. They're right there.
But even like the roof spoiler they added is an offensive
no.
version of
For
it.
YouTube. Nope.
Yeah, we definitely can't do that.
Nope.
As long as if we weren't,
I need images. All right, maybe this is harder than it is. Than it looks.
it's hard over there because that mouse is pretty rough to use from that far away. All right, here we are. All right, so look at an absolute, just picture perfect, beautiful representation.
Actually, this photo right
of
here.
what a Batmobile 3.0 CSL is, right? E9, it's wonderful. That's the road going version of it right there. I mean, it's beauty, it's grace, it's everything. It's Parmesan cheese, right? It's everything in between.
That is Parmesan cheese.
That's a whole wheel of Parmesan cheese right there. For $700,000, BMW could have legitimately made that vehicle and sold it to you.
Yes.
And they could have done that.
Instead, we get.
Now, how much is it for an original?
Not $700,000.
It has to be less.
No, but, I mean, they could have made you one, and they could have said it's not for road use, right? They could have said a track vehicle only, whatever nonsense, like, legal jargon they want to use for, that purpose. But it's crazy to put this out and be like, this is our representation of it. If this is what you think of, like, your heritage, it's like, oh, this is not good.
Well, there we go. That's why. Right there.
Hypebeast.com.
That's it. That's why.
God.
That's why they made
The fashion classic tones.
Because it's more of a fashion piece, and people can talk about it, and it'll end up on T-shirts or end up on whatever else.
I hope that doesn't end up on a T-shirt.
And that'll be that.
So I haven't paid too much attention to it besides the visual representation of it.
Yeah.
What does it offer?
I honestly have no idea.
All right, let's see. The
scroll
drive,
down.
I'm sure, covered it.
Yeah, I'm sure they covered it tenfold perfectly. Let's see. 2023 BMW M4 CSL. Release never point seen BMW M3. Where's my specs here? Does it give specs? Here we go.
Okay. Minimal sound deadening has been used on the car. Titanium exhaust says 9.5 pounds. It still weighs 3,500 pounds.
Stated horsepower is 560, which is most powerful inline six BMW has ever made. But if we do some quick napkin math, the weight is 1,624 kilograms, or fairly heavy at 3,580 pounds.
So let's see. What's going on? Go back down. I saw some carbon fiber news. Let's see. The doors, roof, hood, and front and rear fenders are all crafted in carbon, as are the extra aero pieces unique to the CSL. Unique to 50 cars. It's not. I mean, it's unique, but it's not like it's unique that any other car is going to be able to have this.
Right. It's not. Yeah. This isn't pushing BMW. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. But I would strongly think this isn't pushing BMW design into the future. All M3s are probably not going to get trickle down stuff. Go
to that top left photo right there, Josh. That
top left
right there. That looks like a Mustang.
I was going to say this whole area right here doesn't look good. From the door back, I just don't like it.
I wonder if someone with some way better Photoshop skills than my non-existent ones, can they take that photo and remove all the livery, put silver wheels on it? Make it a white car, silver wheels. What does it look like?
Yeah.
Would I still be that appalled?
I don't know.
Would I be that worked up over it? I mean, I'm not worked up at all. I mean, it's never even going to cross my path. But I gotta put up a good front.
Right. Gotta make it sound.
You could get yourself an original CSL from anywhere from 115 grand to 250.
Yeah, I was saying, you know how I know that? I see those out and about.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I see those out and about.
Which I would take over that thing tenfold.
If I could afford one of those new ones, I'd buy 6 of the old ones.
Yeah. In every color.
Yeah. So the horsepower is less than Chuck's S5M comp. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the power to rate ratio is probably it's probably pretty much spot on as well.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is fast, but I think the speed or the horsepower isn't really the gripe here. I think it's the design.
And it just, kind of harping on, I've just lost interest on supercars, hypercars, this sort of shit, like beyond, because it's stuff the average person, nobody's ever going to see. And I don't give a shit about,
beyond.
The blonde chick making a YouTube video about it. I don't care to watch, care to listen. It just does nothing overall. Yeah, these stupid things. Yeah.
It was wild. I saw a bunch of hot takes on the gram about it. That's actually the only reason I knew it came out was I saw people getting all their undies in a bunch on there.
Yeah.
Don't get it wrong. I mean, I don't think it's great. My undies out in a bunch, though, because it just isn't something that's going to really cross my path in any way.
The Germans go and mess up my turkey day with that thing.
It came out on Thanksgiving?
I believe it was Thanksgiving,
How dare they? What
just
the
just
absolute
the gall.
audacity.
Yeah, maybe they need to, be checked down again.
As I'm sitting down.
Is this them getting a little too big-headed again?
Indulging in just wonderful food of the just American culture.
Yeah, just gluttonous American
just fully
culture.
Okay, that's how I originally read it.
Heated flashlight.
Fleshlights. You meant fleshlight.
Hey, there you go. It looked like there was a little doohickey thing between the legs and the seats.
Yeah, that's just
Talk
the
about
new design. Yeah, the holder there.
Looks
The scrotum.
comfortable.
Chode holder.
Yeah.
Chode
Ball
support.
seats.
Yeah, the ball seats, yeah.
Let's see. What else do we have for news?
Well, I have one.
Okay.
So we've talked about this man many a time. He is close to all our hearts, both in fashion and style. So Ferrari has confirmed that Mattia Binotto has resigned as team principal. Now, this is a gentleman here. He had the glasses that were so popular that Ray-Ban re-released them, and they sold out immediately. He was the heartthrob on Netflix's Drive to Survive. He had the lovely little Italian accent that we all love to hear. However, he has now resigned. If you can't tell, I actually am in love with the man. There he is. He is just the epitome of what Italian peak performance is right
Class.
there. That is a man who has a wheel of parm at home.
Oh,
full
a
like
revolver,
that.
not just one.
Yeah.
A room. I bet he has a cheese room.
Hit me with some images. Let's see what we
He's
got.
got a cheese room for sure.
Yeah, we have wine rooms here. He has a cheese room.
Yeah.
Look at this man. Look at the
That's
glasses.
him.
Those
just
are the glasses.
Thinking about the cheese right there.
Yeah.
Mood.
Yeah. Things didn't go for him this season. As a chief strategist or team principal, not chief strategist. Let me get his position correct if I like him so much. As a team principal, things didn't go wonderful for Ferrari this year. They did come out guns a-blazing. They were swinging. I talked about it on here. However, he has resigned. I didn't really see any news yet of what his plans are, but or what he plans to do next year or in the years coming. So.
Oh, we almost got one. I was trying to find him eating cheese, but
yeah,
Google's not that perfect yet, I guess.
No, we gotta start toying around with the AI generator.
Oh yeah, I screwed around with that. I forget what the app is, but it's quite wild. It's a little long.
So this gentleman, he has resigned. That is definitely a bummer. I will miss seeing him. On screen, looking oh so confused at all times. Yeah. Also, listen, if you ever have to leave a job in your life and you have to write a letter of resignation, you need to write it this way: that you have decided to conclude your collaboration with said company. He says, with the regret that this entails, I have decided to conclude my collaboration with Ferrari.
That's
my man was collabing with Ferrari.
Yeah.
Who collabs with Ferrari?
I'm a collab real quick.
Yeah, he's a collab. We're gonna link up.
Yeah.
We're gonna link up. We're gonna link.
Ferrari, I'm out, no cap.
He did say, I'm leaving the company that I love, which I've been a part of for 28 years, which is unbelievable.
Wow, that's wild.
With the serenity that comes from the conviction that I have made every effort to achieve the objective set. I leave a united and growing team, a strong team ready, I am sure, to achieve only the highest of goals, to which I wish all the best for the future. I think he was right to take the step at this time, as hard as this decision has been for me. Yeah, you know what? This is a guy who's just aware that maybe he has just been a little outgunned and he just wasn't up to the job anymore. And you know what? Before I end up with a bunch of egg on my face, it's time for me to step down.
Realize it's getting a little long in the tooth.
Hey, just step down.
Yep.
He's got really good drivers. They have good cars. Obviously, they're proven at the beginning of the year.
You need some new Parmesan to come in.
Yeah.
And really kick things up a notch.
The Ferrari CEO says he would like to thank Mattia for his many great contributions over the 28 years of Ferrari, in particular for leading the team to back to a position of competitiveness during this past year. So, shout out to him. Shout out to his glasses. Shout out to his style. Gotta love it.
Yep. Let's see. Here's one thing. We've been calling this for 2 years.
Yeah, ever since that other one dropped. Anybody want any water? You want water? Water?
I'm okay for now. Thank you. Corvette will become its own brand with an SUV and sedan in 2025.
Really?
This comes from The Drive and our good friend Peter Holdreth. The legendary Corvette nameplate will split from Chevy to become a standalone electric brand this decade, according to a new report. General Motors Corvette has always lived under the Chevy brand, but that could be changing if a report from Car and Driver is to be believed. According to that story, Corvette will be launching as its own brand with its own products in 2025. All of them, the traditional two-door, a sedan, and SUV, will reportedly be electric. None of this has been officially confirmed by GM. The source seems enthusiastic about the new vehicle lineup, to say the least. They claim that they are not an answer to any vehicles from Europe. And otherwise, the idea is apparently create 3 American legends capable of breaking new ground by making the essence of Corvette scalable. They go further to describe themselves as having encapsulated emotional purity. It always seems like, yeah, again, Pete calls it just like we sees it, PR talk. Let's see. Another line from the report states Corvette is not just a brand. It's a constantly evolving system paired with dramatically different user experiences. Let's see. The report, C&D isn't all fanning the flames of the electric Corvette brand rumor. We know a battery-powered Corvette is coming, as GM has officially said as much. What's more, GM President Mark Roos mentioned earlier in November that an electric C8-based model with incredible performances on the way. You guessed it, in 2025. Corvette SUV might be... Oh, yeah. Well, this is, CES 2021. There was absolutely some sort of Corvette SUV hiding in the background, especially with the C8 release and the Z06 release. There was just a bunch of shit in the background. So, all sounds like it could happen. This is just the world we live in now. I think Ford set the bar with wiping the Mustang nameplate, in the mud, if you will. But sales are sales, and that's what they need to do, is sell cars, no matter what they look like or do or what they kill from the history. Doesn't matter.
I mean, my thing is, are we actually ready for all electrical vehicles?
No, not at all.
No.
I feel
Not
like
even
there's
close.
been one
No, not a little
pretty
bit.
bad battle.
Not even a little bit. I don't care how far the technology of the EV has come, etc. The infrastructure to power all them is not there at all. Like, Johnny Lieberman just posted today.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Electrified America. He has another EV. Went to go charge it.
Unavailable.
Not working. Currently unavailable. Like, I get it. Gas pumps fail sometimes. Matter of fact, Comrade.
My boy
Comrade
Comrade had a rough go at it.
had some issues about a week or so ago.
I talked to him about it.
Oh, did you?
I was like, yo, what's up with your pumps the other day? He's like, oh, my mama.
The pumps weren't pumping. Yeah. But I tell you what, he was out there pulling that handle, pointing at everybody.
My man does not have trigger discipline.
No, not whatsoever. Would have been great in World War I with a fucking flamethrower. So I get it. Pumps don't work all the time. Hey, you know what? If the grid goes down, I don't believe you can use pumps either.
But here's the thing. No, can't, because the pumps
Powered,
are
right.
electric. But there's, I don't know, average gas station, 1, 2, 3, maybe say 4 to 8 pumps.
Within a, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
at a single
Yep.
gas station.
Yep.
Josh, if your work truck, Daddy, you
Yeah.
have to fill it up. How long does that take? 2 minutes?
No, I'd say 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Daddy?
Yeah, on
So in
Getty.
6 minutes-
It's like 17 gallons.
Okay. We give a much larger tank than I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Daddy, full it. You fill it. You're out of there. 6 minutes.
Yeah.
car can pull in right behind you. If you're charging electrically,
45 minutes to an
right,
hour. at
right,
least.
right now,
Yeah.
until that speed evolves. But with that speed,
You have to change the voltage of the whole battery system. Again, that's why Porsche, was kind of leading the charge.
Yeah.
With the 800 volt system, because you can move electricity faster with the higher voltage.
so can you go the other way instead of trying to improve our ever failing grid? Right? Is it possible to get cars to charge faster with better cooling? So you put more technology into the cars for charging rather than the infrastructure? Would that help?
No,
Or do you still need it?
you still need a pump that's capable of that higher voltage to be, you know what I mean? Because then you'd have a car, theoretically, I'm going to break this down, and I'm doing this because even I can't explain it properly, but you have a car with a gas pump, and we're talking EV now,
Yep.
where the hole, you put the EV, is very tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have another car where the hole is very big.
Mm-hmm.
Layman's terms, the car with the big hole, the big orifices,
Mhm.
can be filled up much faster
Be
than the little
accepted
hole.
more. Yeah.
Right. It's out there. It's just hot dog in the hallway. It's just taking everything.
Yeah.
So that's the simplest way to kind of explain that. But again, you can have a pump that can push a lot more gas, but you need the right hole to fit in, and then vice versa. So you need, yes, this battery system in this EV can handle this high voltage, and it can accept a charge faster, but you need something to charge it faster. I
Okay, so
believe
no matter what-
is kind of the way.
And I asked this because when Chuck and I had that Model 3 when we were in California, so when you initially plug in the Tesla, right, your charging rate is super fast, like lightning fast, like a huge kWh, like kilowatt hour, like charging rate is huge, but it's not. Then it falls
Trickles
way
down towards the
So how do you keep it way up high? Is it just cooling? Is it delivery?
potentially. Yeah, I don't. Maybe, and that's the thing is okay, maybe the batteries just can't handle the pace.
They get too hot.
Right.
So if we were able to cool them and keep the charging rate super high, you could theoretically charge a car super fast.
So that's what it's going to take in order for these things to really take over everything. Batteries either need to be hot swapped, which is probably going to be impossible because no manufacturer is going to play along with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not even fucking playing along with each other for the charging itself. Tesla's open to it, they say, but I don't think anybody else gives a shit. So, that's why I don't think hot swapping would work. Because think of it this way: if batteries were, now again, you'd fuck up any design and not even specialty, but soul to a car. If you said, oh, the bottom all has to look the same, you'd kind of fuck up a lot of things. So I get that aspect of hot swapping too. But theoretically, if you could hot swap a battery where you go to a center and there's battery banks built into the ground and you pull into this little thing and a battery pops up and pops in and you're good and you can go off. Say that happens in 10 minutes. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's possible at all. So I think the higher charging rate is going to be the way to go. But I don't know where that is.
Maintaining
and I don't
a
know
higher charge rate into the vehicle, it's got to be because it's delivering that power.
Mm-hmm. So you have to have.
We know that power is there on tap. We just need to know.
Can those batteries handle it?
Yeah.
At that.
But
rate.
also, we know there's also not enough of that power, which is a whole separate problem.
The power itself is there.
Okay.
When it comes to electricity, the power, we generate enough power to charge EVs. The problem, think of it as picture a wave going up and down, right? Mm-hmm. The problem is we currently operate our electrical infrastructure currently operates, again, layman's terms, in a wave. East Coast is sleeping. West Coast is still up. We're never operating at max. Everybody's got ACs on ever. There's a natural, thankfully, a natural wave that occurs in the use of the electricity. Now, that's not the perfect way to explain it. Things happen. But the more you fuck with that wave and make it so, oh shit, we're drawing this a lot more power way more consistently, the power can be generated. It's the equipment that cannot handle the extra use time. everything's going to fail faster, fail more frequently. And that stuff is escalated even more, especially in the summer months. Because now you're thinking, oh shit, we operate producing this much megawatt, but we're pulling this much because, oh shit, we added 300,000 EVs on the East Coast. Now they're charging at this time as well at night when you're using your ACs, when you're using, you know what I mean? So
at home,
that's the thing. It's like the power's there. It's just the equipment was never meant to handle all the draw that's going to be thrown at it or is currently being thrown at it. That's just the way it is. And stuff needs to be maintained. And there's a particular schedule a lifespan that things should last. It's that lifespan that will be affected, which will in turn fuck everything up, which will in turn blackouts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's why there's brownouts you keep hearing about. Like they want to kick down that power usage because fuck, you're degrading equipment at an alarming rate that people can't keep up with.
All right, here's my idea.
Mm-hmm.
You own an electric car. You pull up to the electric pump. Let's call it an electric pump. Make it easy. You plug it in. You get the charging rate out of the pump equivalent to how hard you can ride a bicycle. There's a bicycle right there.
Oh my
How
God.
hard can you pedal? You fucking work for it. How hard can you pedal?
You want to be green?
Pass out.
Yeah.
You wanna
How
be
hard
green?
can you pedal? Listen, you want to be lazy? It'll take 3 hours to charge your car.
Right. You want to be
That's
green?
fine.
You're also going to be fit.
You want to be out of here in 20 minutes? Pedal your ass off.
You're going to have fucking legs of what's his name? The guy who cheated and had his balls cut off.
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
He didn't get his balls cut off because of cheating. That was cancer.
Yeah.
A little bit of karma,
Yeah.
I guess. No.
I don't know. They all do it.
Yeah, they all do
The Tour de France. Tour de France. France. Tour de Cheese, apparently. They had to go to rider number 17 to find somebody that didn't fucking
my
fail a
God.
drug test. Yeah.
This is early baseball.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Fuck
they'll
it.
do
Let them juice up. Doesn't matter.
Be more entertaining.
Listen, I'm just saying. I mean, that would be a way to throttle how much output.
Right. Problem is creating a device that someone could pedal that generates electricity fast
No.
enough to-
So they're not generating electricity.
Oh.
They're generating a
They're just
percentage of
being-
output.
They're just opening the door.
They're opening the door.
Okay, fair. It's always there. I get
How
what you're
much
saying.
do you want to open the throttle, baby?
Right.
How
right.
much?
How much you willing to work for it?
How much you want to open the throttle? You want to give it a quick stab? You
I
go
like
at it
that.
hard for like a minute?
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would just open up new jobs. Like, hey, give you a couple bucks if you pedal real quick for me.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, 100%.
There's nothing
yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Pay to play. It's America.
Could be leg peddler. That's what your job is.
Listen.
Leg peddler. What do you do? I'm a leg
Wait,
peddler.
Wait, me
Boy,
saying this here,
huge
that
house.
trademarks this, right?
Yeah. Noted. Check that. Note it.
Noted.
Let's go back to the.
Circle back.
Gonna come.
Pin
There,
it.
there
Yeah.
we go. Pinned.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him the whole load. Listen, it's just it's a thought. It's a thought.
See, this is the kind of outside the box thinking we need.
This is the type of leadership that
Yeah.
a country lacks.
Yep.
The thought to be like, hey, someone, listen,
I'm gonna give you the whole load today.
how much do you want? How much you want them right now? You know, been a long day. You're gonna have
Yep.
to fucking sit and wait. It is what
Right.
it is.
You want to beat everybody in traffic? You better fucking churn those legs like
yeah,
butter.
right. Get cranking.
Yeah.
So
Cranking it in 2025.
just a thought.
Yep.
Just a thought.
So that
Everyone
somehow
needs to
is
chew on that a
where
little
we
bit.
need to go with the Corvette stuff.
Just crank it.
Corvette stuff is interesting. I missed. What was? Do you have any information about what the sedan was supposed to be?
No, 2025, a sedan, a Corvette. Corvette's coming, making its own brand, SUV, two-door coupe, sedan. 2025. I'm
Does it
sure
make a
we'll
two-door
see.
coupe already?
They do. This one's gonna
Called
be
a Corvette?
EV. Yeah, I just
This also
You-
fucking ruins my plans now
You-
because now the fact that a C6 or C7 could become affordable is totally shot.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
like putting this out there just took every Corvette's value theoretically and skyrocketed it
I mean, you can still get a C3. Nobody really wants those.
because it's gonna be
I'm good.
it's gonna be BI and AI before ICE,
After
after ICE. Or no, I'm sorry,
Oh my
after
God.
E.
I stay
Listen,
with you.
everyone, pause this now. Come back to it later. Go on Netflix and watch Ancient Apocalypse.
Oh my god, I'm like 3 times through now.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I'm just on the 4th episode.
I put it on the background just to continue to soak it in.
Just watch up Ancient Apocalypse and understand we're not driving ourselves towards our own maker.
We're only being
We're being driven.
Oh yeah.
We're not accelerating the vehicle.
No.
else is.
It's all uncontrollable. We're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are in the Ultima of Earths.
Yeah.
The throttles.
We're
suck.
just
Yeah.
on a ride. That's it. Speaking of spilling liquid, from the drive, spilling liquid on seats causes power loss in certain Audi models, prompting recall. An important electric module beneath the rear seats is the cause of the issue. Audi has recalled over 50,000 vehicles over power loss issue caused by spilled liquids in the rear seats of the vehicle, as reported by CarScoop's Audi A6, A7, S6, RS6, RS7 models are affected, covering 50,883 cars in total. Affected models are 2018 to 2022. When liquid is spilled on the rear seats of these models, it can reach the car's gateway module installed underneath. This can damage the electronics inside, throwing a gateway module into an emergency mode, which limits engine power. Steering and braking are unaffected, but the sudden loss of power can increase the likelihood of a crash. Audi has identified 46 claims indicative of the issue in the wild. Thankfully, no crashes or injuries have been reported related to the issue as of yet.
I didn't think that many people spilled drinks on their seats.
You got to think kids. If you own an Audi and have children that are, hell, Dessert Boy's 13. He spills more than fucking my 5-year-old. So like have kids in general, your rear seats are effed.
Yeah.
How was
Yeah.
Dessert Boy's Thanksgiving?
Good. I think he had a great Thanksgiving.
Good.
He's a little under the weather right now.
I'm happy for him. Well,
Little
not
under-
that happy he's under the weather. I'm happy he had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a little under the weather right now. We got to continue to try to reel him in. It's a bit of a wild stallion, if you will. So we got to kind of tame him. Continue to try at least.
I got something fun that we can kind of take a look at, and is always interesting. We seem to, for the past few years, have covered this. So, what cars are being discontinued in 2023?
Oh, I love this.
We've got some interesting ones on here, some not interesting ones on here, and some I didn't even know they still made that.
Yep.
Acura ILX.
Yep.
Luxury compact sedan.
Basically, they're just
So
dropping the
fancy
ILX
civic.
name because they switch it to.
We
the
already
Tecra.
knew that, right?
Yeah.
Buick Encore, right?
I didn't know Buick made anything.
Buick Encore, it is a like subcompact, maybe like CUV type thing.
Yeah.
It looks like an egg.
Pretty small,
it's
pretty small
shit.
on the road. Yeah, overall. Chevrolet Spark. Here's one that I'm super bummed about. Chevrolet Spark. Listen, I had one of these. It's a rental in Aruba.
Yep.
This thing, fastest car on the road, could go anywhere, tons of room. It was great. Ford EcoSport. This is essentially just a Buick Encore. It's all the same thing, pretty much. Let's see. Honda Insight. This one is being discontinued. I don't really know if we know what's going to replace it. We know there's a Civic Hybrid. Maybe that's just going to kind of fall in line as the direct replacement for it.
Yep.
Let's see. It was actually being produced in America as well at the Indiana plant. So I'm sure some other vehicle there will replace it. The Hyundai Accent. I think this is kind of replacing with their whole new lineup. They have like the stuff like the N line stuff.
So I was going to say, last year Hyundai killed the base Veloster and turbo models, and this year they're going to kill the beloved Veloster N, the Kona N, and Elantra N. Will replace the turbocharged hot hatchback and Spirit.
So
Yeah.
that's getting the axe. Now here's one that I didn't even know they made. Lexus RX L. Now obviously we're very familiar with the RX. Now the L is a 3-row version of the RX. I didn't even know they offered that thing in a 3-row version. I saw one on the road the other day. I was like, that third row, you could maybe fit a newborn back there. I'm just thinking, like, seeing one on the road, there's no room, either that or the third row.
So this even,
Then put your head up against the rear glass.
Introduced in 2017, the RXL was barely bigger than the base model lengthwise and had the same wheelbase, which made for a very cramped third row.
Yeah.
That looks...
Toyota Avalon, which we actually already knew about because we're replacing it with the Crown, which is a fucking way cooler name. The Volkswagen Passat. That's going bye-bye, which I think we already knew that going ahead of it. And that's just a few of them. So I'm sure there's going to be more, but those are kind of just what came up in this article.
Discontinued in 2022. Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT.
SRT.
Some notables.
Pour one out.
Mazda 6, Mazda CX-3. Polestar 1. Porsche Macan Turbo,
A Macan Turbo.
Rolls-Royce Dawn/Wraith,
Well, I mean, what am I going to buy now?
Tesla Model S Plaid Plus,
Plaid Plus.
Toyota Land Cruiser, Volvo V90 Cross Country.
Well,
Discontinued for 2024. We're already going that deep. Audi R8, Dodge Challenger, Dodge Charger, Dodge Hellcat models. Which leads me to my next bit of news.
Take over such an electric.
The manual Dodge Challenger Hellcat is back for 2023, which I say I was unaware that any of those Hellcats came in a manual.
oh yeah.
I just never paid attention to them. I always just assumed they're automatic. DSG, flabby paddle, run somebody over.
You could definitely you could roast some gears in there.
So yeah, it's back for 2023. So again, I think that might be the last hoorah for that little boy.
I think so as well.
Yep. Let's see. Cars with the longest. Oh, here's one. This comes from Jalopnik. These are the cars with the longest potential lifespan. It looks like they put together a little list.
Oh, I like this.
Wow, this is pretty good. Anybody want to take guess number one? Because I would not have
Longest
reckoned this particular
Potential
model.
lifespan?
Volvo V70.
Yeah, potential lifespan. So, and we're talking mileage.
Mileage. Ooh.
You don't even have to give me mileage, but if you just give me essentially brand and make,
Lexus.
or I'm sorry, model.
I don't know. I'm going to
Nope.
think it's something Nissan. It's tough. Maybe a Maxima?
Nope. Number one, Toyota Sequoia
Toyota Sequoia.
with a rated potential lifespan of 296,509 miles.
That's a lot of miles.
That's a lot of money.
Next being Toyota Land Cruiser, 280,000 miles. This one, I call shenanigans on this one, but I don't know for sure. Chevy Suburban,
Dude, I see so many on the road.
Been on the
Two-
road.
That have no business being out there.
So that's true. Like now that I think about it, I do see a lot of old Suburbans. 265,000 potential lifespan. Top five. Let's break that in. Toyota Tundra, GMC Yukon XL. Let's see. Anything notable on here? Toyota 4Runner is rated 12 with potential lifespan 244,665 miles. F-150, 232,000 rated miles, 19 on the list. And last on the list, the old caboose, number 20, Toyota Camry Hybrid, rated for potential lifespan of 230,000.
Wow.
Let's see. What is this? Is this the greatest potential lifespan? Oh, okay. Sedans, hatchbacks. Okay, I'm sorry. They broke this into greatest potential life. IC car study. It looks like that's SUVs and trucks. So hatchbacks. I'm sorry, sedans, hatchbacks, conventional fuel cars. Number one, Toyota Avalon, 245.
Yeah.
Number two, Chevy Impala, 230. Then it goes Accord, Camry, Lexus, Honda Fit in position number 6. Civic, number 7. Lexus, 8. Toyota Corolla, 9. Mazda, 6, 10. And I think that's it for the list. So just interesting little tidbits. I think as we expected.
Yeah.
You know, Toyota up top, Lexus, etc. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Yeah, nothing else really notable.
What do I have here? I have Lordstown begins delivering electric trucks to customers. To that, I say,
Who the hell is Lordstown?
who the fuck is Lordstown? Who is this? Lordstown. So, Lordstown, they get a bit of a scattered past. Let's see. Lordstown is a EV startup, if you couldn't guess.
Us too.
Yeah, us too. They have actually begun delivering vehicles to customers after years of turmoil and uncertainty. So this comes from The Drive, and looks like after last year's prototypes caught fire, the company's CEO and CFO both have resigned.
Never a good showing when your prototypes catch fire.
The company had to publicly admit it lacked the funding to start production. And then had to deal with the accusations, which are definitely true, that it faked pre-order numbers to boost its stock price. They have officially rolled 500 units off of its production line and will be delivering 50 of them by the end of this year and 450 in the first half of 2023.
I would love to talk to one of those people who purchased one of these vehicles.
Dude, I didn't even look up what it cost. I don't.
My first question would be, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Its daddy is China. The company's Ohio factory was sold to a Chinese manufacturer, Foxconn, for a much-needed injection of cash.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This just might be a ploy for espionage, but
Yeah. So Foxconn later put up another $70 million investment in the company to help get production rolling. So I'm thinking they're just stashing some cash somewhere.
that's
I don't know why they'll be able to withdraw any of it because it's not worth shit. So I don't know how that works.
seems like another Huawei, where their towers,
either that or
towers are somehow positioned
they-
at every U.S. military
they
base.
hope the plant and the land that it's on is going to be worth a ton of money at some point.
That's where these trucks are going to go.
Yeah.
Every U.S. military base.
Right through them.
It's interesting. The Endurance pickup will now ship in a market with several established rivals, such as
It's a great name.
the Lightning and the Rivian, and allegedly soon to be the Cybertruck. I don't think so though.
I doubt it.
It relies on 4 in-wheel hub motors for drive, so it's 4-wheel drive with a peak power of 550 horsepower. And let's see, the Lordstown website indicates the truck has 200 miles of range.
I say this half joking, but at the same time, you never know. Will Tesla go out of business before we see a Cybertruck?
No, they won't get out of business. No.
Like a production Cybertruck.
A production Cybertruck, I think we see a production Cybertruck, in all honesty, next year. Because there's been news about heavy revisions on what it is, which we called. As soon as it was announced, we
Yeah.
were like, that vehicle will never touch the road.
Yeah.
Which isn't true because Elon drove it, but it's not. It's
Right.
It's a prototype
production wise.
But as production, that vehicle, as we see it, will never land into a customer's hand. It's supposed to be going on to heavy revisions to become an actual vehicle.
Right.
And with that being said, they are revamping the Model 3 right now. I mean, so we'll see. I mean, maybe revamping the Model 3, maybe some of the stuff they're putting in there, the Model 3 is going to come out and look just like it.
I mean, talking about Tesla, whatever happened to that coupe they're making?
Oh,
The Roadster?
Yeah, the
Tesla will go out of business before that thing goes anywhere.
That's I just or maybe out of business. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
I'll strike that, take it
Yeah.
back off the record. Some sort of drastic change, i.e. Musk not being there, a bigger company, not bigger company, but a big,
Big three?
Big three company buying assets or something along those lines,
Yeah.
or taking ownership, or Amazon, I don't know, something, who knows?
Amazon's heavy in Rivian right
They're
now.
gigantic in Rivian. Or something big happening before we see the Cybertruck. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just,
So,
I just feel like
Tim's
we'll never-
backing up what I had previously read. So I did not know it was in production. I knew it was going under heavy revisions. But it's awesome to see that they've been in production, or they are in production. There you go.
There is a truck coming out. They're in production. Now, we were given details that a truck is coming out from them not named Cybertruck. Remember that?
Yeah. What comes out is not going to be what went in. Let's just be like, what went in is not what comes out the other end.
So
Sometime maybe shit.
yeah. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah.
Mostly shit. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Interesting.
But
I did see Elon's
hey, Lordstown beat him to the race, though.
Lordstown what is it?
The Lords of Dogtown.
Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah. So.
I don't think I have any more news.
No, I'm
I'm
good.
tapped on news. Nothing else really that relevant.
Tim said that was him.
Really, it's scraped from the barrel. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. There's pictures and stuff too. Is that still happening, Tim? Let me know in the chat.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Let's talk to Raph for a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's see what's going on with him.
guys.
He's been listening to us.
Raph, with you've recently changed positions as your day-to-day job,
Correct.
and you now work for MW Wheels.
It'll be MW Company.
MW
MW
Company.
Company,
Okay,
okay.
right. MW Wheels. Right. We're gonna phrase that properly. MW distributes a handful of wheel brands. A pretty drastic change in your day-to-day, I'd say.
Very drastic.
How's it been going?
It's been taking some adjusting, but It's been getting better every day.
Yeah, getting used to it.
Getting used to it, learning more stuff.
Because essentially now you're playing the role of salesman, and that's many different things as well.
Yeah.
Road warrior, teaching people, communicating extra with people.
Doing research.
Yeah. Where I was going to say, right,
math.
you referenced before, because you have to learn all of what's available from each company and what's going to work for customers, right?
Yeah, and I have to learn what we offer, what fits what.
Yep.
There's certain wheels that are designed to fit on certain cars.
Yep.
They could work on multiple cars, but they're mostly designed around that car. So I went from being a salesman where people came to me because they needed stuff, to being a salesman to stuff that people don't really need.
Almost cold calling people, realistically. Where, again, places you're visiting are shops, so it makes sense where things would be. It's not like you're going in there trying to sell them vacuums.
Yeah.
But there's I'm sure, a learning curve and adjustment.
Yeah, it's been a big learning curve. I mean, it's still the automotive field, but it's a side that I've never had to work with prior.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's great. It's a great job.
Yep.
I love the change. I needed the change.
Yep.
It's a huge learning curve.
What is something so far that you're taking away from the wheel industry that you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Or didn't expect?
I didn't expect, how many wheels actually get pushed out on a day-to-day basis.
Just the scale.
Just the scale,
overall.
even just through us, let alone
Right.
other companies.
Right. Can you say that number on a day-to-day basis? And again,
I mean,
if I ask something that's too inside, info, don't answer.
I don't know what I can or can't say per se, but it's like,
Are there more doors than wheels in the world?
I'm going to go with more wheels.
Okay, there we go.
That debate still unsettled.
Still unsettled?
Yeah,
I mean,
but he plays a
there's a
role in it.
I'm on the wheel side.
You're on the wheel side.
What do
okay.
you consider a wheel? If a ball seat lug can roll, is that a wheel?
Can you make a ball seat a wheel?
Yeah, I don't know.
What are some of the brands that you can pedal?
So the main one is Weld Racing. So that's either Weld Street Performance, Weld Off-Road, and just regular Welds, which is all the drag racing stuff.
So I was going to say that's and it's probably something that I'm not privy to. I just look at Weld as drag specific wheels.
So did I. So I started.
And that's
Yeah.
so there's a good example of actually, I didn't even know they made off-road stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the black and aluminum finish on, pizza cutters up front and sticky Mickeys in the back.
Big old boys out back. Yep.
That's the bread and butter, but they do offer off-road wheels, which I have a set on my truck now.
Yep.
There is beadlock, non-beadlock wheels, and then now Weld even offers beadlocks in a street style.
Can we brief step back? What is beadlock? I somewhat understand it.
So, I don't know, it's kind of like simplified in a sense. A beadlock is where you mount the tire onto the wheel.
Yep.
And you put the ring over the bead, and it kind of sandwiches it.
Yep.
Okay.
Or pinches it.
So
in a sense.
pinches
It
the
locks it?
exterior
It locks it
lip
in.
or both in inner and exterior of the tire.
Depends on the wheel. So
Okay.
it'd be ring over bead, pinches it on, and then some have double bead locks, some have single bead locks. So it'd be either on the face, and then doubles will be face and
And
barrel,
is the purpose to air down the pressure and remain seated?
pretty much. So I'd say you could go down to pretty much. You can go down to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, you don't want to, but
Right.
it's to go down.
But
either,
I just know, what do you call it? Beach driving. The idea, I believe,
Oh,
sand
yeah.
driving. You got to lower the pressure to just more spread the tire out more. I believe.
yeah. So to give an example for with my truck, if I go off road, I'll usually bring it down to 20 psi.
Mhm.
Gives me more traction, more of a foot per se.
Mhm.
If I had a bead lock, I could go down to 5-6 psi and have a pretty wide,
Wow. Yeah, that's significant.
pretty much
difference.
flat, and
Yeah.
you get a good surface area, more grip. Tire kind of forms over it, but then in the drag racing sense, you have more traction.
Yeah.
Right, because one of the crazy things drag wise is like when you watch slow mo of high horsepower cars leaving the line, seeing the wheels spin within the tire
The
is
ripple.
always wild to me. Just
then on
like
top
holy
of-
shit.
On top of that, with the bead lock, it kind of helps when you have too much torque, it won't spin the bead on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a non-bead locking wheel, if you watch a slow-mo of that, the tire will kind of spin faster than the wheel itself, and then it'll catch.
Yep.
So it helps prevent that.
Yeah, and again, like you said, traction
Yeah.
overall. Where is Weld based?
Kentucky.
Oh wow, so they're a U.S. I genuinely didn't know.
Yeah, Kentucky.
That's awesome. At some point, are you ever going to get to tour some of these factories?
I hope so.
I was
we
just
haven't
curious.
spoken about it, but
If
nice.
opportunities arise, right, for
Yeah.
whatever, new meetings and new sales, new lines, things of that nature, I'm sure.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Personally.
On average, how many places are you trying to hit a day?
It's like to visit?
Yeah.
Depends how far I'm going. Like
Okay,
my
I can
territory is anywhere from New Jersey all the way up to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So like the other day I did 5 stops, but they were all pretty spread apart.
Right.
So I try to hit up as many places as I can, or at least visit one main spot and then see what's around.
Now, are you like, how are you finding where you should be where you want to go? Is you just kind of like using the internet?
So it's pretty much using the internet. There's one way I don't want to say,
Gotcha.
but yeah, I use a lot of the internet.
Yep.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Stuff I see on Instagram.
Yeah, homies.
People I personally know.
Yeah.
Anything like that, or
Yeah.
like suggestions. But a lot of it is using the internet, see what's around. It's not the easiest thing to find spots on the internet because there's some stuff you could Google, and then next thing you know, you drive by and you're like, oh, I didn't see that. That looks like it has a lot of potential.
Or
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not going to
absolutely.
be the right place you
Yeah.
thought of. Like, oh, this place looks great, but actually they don't do tires or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't do tires or anything to do with wheels, but they service
So-
cars to a certain extent.
Our first few days of being on the road,
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to many shops where, oh, this would be great. It's a drag shop. They don't do tires and wheels.
Yep.
A lot of places are like that.
Yeah.
Where they won't do tires and
They
wheels.
stay focused on one thing.
Yeah.
Have you, and this is purely just for me asking, like, have you, or are you allowed to hit up places that do like tint and, you know, paint correction and that
Yeah.
sort of stuff? Or it just,
Actually, Dent Patrol, he's one of my customers.
oh, perfect. Right. That's
Yeah.
a great example. Yeah. That's a great example.
Yeah, so it's pretty much, I deal with the wholesale side.
Mhm.
Yep.
We sign you up, we give you a wholesale account,
Yep.
you're able to sell. But the thing is with that too is we try not to give an account to everybody. There's certain
Yeah.
companies that will literally give an account to a mom and pop shop that doesn't really do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like chain tire
Is-
places.
Is that because there's incentive for them to sign companies up?
That I don't know. At least
Okay.
with us, there isn't. I mean,
Yep.
yes, sign up more companies. We have more customers, more way to reach out.
But it's ultimately sales is
Yeah.
going to be the final factor that determines your
There's definitely a big, like, there's a balance between quality and quantity.
right.
That's the thing, though. We try
Right.
to keep it more enthusiast based, more quality than quantity.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go down, let's say, to Josh, sign him up for an account, go 2 minutes down the road and sign up you.
Yeah.
Right. It's that you don't want to
Yeah.
be the Dunkin' Donuts of
Pretty much.
wheel distribution
It does
in that
well.
manner.
It
Right.
does well for some people, but we have such, not saying super niche wheels,
Yeah.
but
They're I mean, well,
Yeah.
stuff you can say it's pretty niche, it's pretty
Yeah.
specific.
like we do offer other brands and stuff like that that would more appealing to Euro market, even like Japanese market, stuff like that.
Yep.
So besides with Weld,
Did you go next door?
what happened?
Did you not that way? That way? There's another shop. I think it might be right up your alley.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You
I
have
should.
not?
That's a good
I
one.
You should.
Yeah.
You definitely should. Stop there first and get the information and then go over there.
All right, I will
Yeah,
do.
he'll probably even take you over there.
Okay.
Could be right up your alley. Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that. We're making deals,
Yeah.
people.
Yep. See that?
I'm going to come.
There we are.
Yes, I will.
Doing it. Or no,
I'm going to give you the whole load today.
Yeah.
Nothing but the whole load.
Yeah.
But yeah,
some other wheels. CCW.
CCW, which is amazing.
Pretty
Yeah, I mean,
classic
everyone
wheel.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
CCW, some really good quality stuff.
You were alluding to some stuff off mic. Are they coming out with new stuff?
Yeah, so they're working on new designs for Momo, which is another brand,
Yep.
bringing a whole new line to that. CCW stuff I don't know much about, but I know CCW can bring up like old files.
Mhm.
Oh,
So, like,
cool.
they don't offer certain wheels
Yep.
on the site, but let's say you want like a Classic 5, which is what Brian has as his Mark II.
Yeah.
You can still get those.
That's pretty cool.
You just have to talk to engineering. They'll bring
It's
it up
it's
and
a
make it work.
one-off based,
Yeah.
you know.
That is not going to be cheap.
Nope.
That's
I'd
just
imagine.
understand now that it's not going to be cheap.
It's not going to be cheap, but it's not as expensive as you think, too.
You're right.
For
It's
what it
probably,
is.
Yeah, for what it is, but that's not going to be cheap.
How much of your day-to-day are you handling a lot of those special wheel orders, or do you
Yeah, so
where do you step in?
So any wheel order would go through me if you're like one of my accounts, or through Jason, which is my manager.
Yep.
It'll go through either one of us if you're in one of my accounts. Usually we ask for like year, make, model, down to the spec.
Yep, because then you
Those-
can look up a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
so
on
like,
your end.
Let's say C7 Corvette, which is a common car. Some of them come with Commerce ceramics. Some of them come with steel brakes.
Mhm.
We need to know that stuff because certain wheels will fit.
It's
on
gonna
a
change.
steel, but won't fit on Commerce ceramic.
Right.
So there's that. I deal with a lot of, let's say it's a customer dealing with a car. Like earlier, I was telling you about the GT350.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a common car where you order custom wheels. You have to do a lot of research, talk to the engineering team because usually they have scans or CAD files of brake setups, all that stuff.
Right, and all that has to be factored in order
Yeah.
for proper fitment.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, a sale is nice, but we'd rather you be happy with
Right.
the wheels that you're paying $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 with a custom
I
wheel.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, the
You
last
want
thing
it to
you
fit perfect.
want is a customer with a negative outlook because of something not fitting or whatever.
Yeah, we'd rather you be happy.
Yeah.
But again, it goes down to quality.
Momo in particular, when are they going to release new stuff?
As for right now, I don't know, but I know it's going to be next year.
Okay.
Hopefully early next year.
You don't know, but it'll be it'll be next year.
Hopefully. It should
Hopefully,
be next year because
hopefully.
they are, I know as of right now, they're discontinuing a lot of their wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're keeping some, but discontinuing a lot.
How often do you yourself communicate with the manufacturers?
No, that'd be more of Jason's side.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
is
yeah.
a
Yeah.
district manager, so he gets to talk to the manufacturers more. I'm more of just a salesman.
Yep.
I get asked some input, but that's just from him.
Yeah. Right, because things you're seeing, etc.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What other? Well, actually, anybody else coming out with new stuff as far as the lineup that you're able to offer?
I can't show, but I know Weld Off-Road is working on a few things.
Yep.
Weld should be working on a couple things that are coming out next year also.
Cool. And you recently put welds on,
Yes.
like you said. You happy with what you have so far?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
When I saw my picture, the pictures don't do wheels justice, honestly.
Yeah, generally, right.
Finishes don't look the same in
Yeah.
pictures than they do in person.
Yep.
I got the wheels. I'm pretty happy with them. They're better. I like them better than my old setup, which I had a set of Con's eyes on my truck.
Yep.
Okay.
Those were nice, but these are more suited, and the mesh style is more something I like.
And people aren't going to harass you when you show up and
Yeah, that was a thing. Every stop I'd go with the Con's eyes, but hey, you don't have your company's wheels on them. I was like, I know.
yeah. Well, I just started.
Yeah, and then I
You'd
put
like,
my stock
listen,
wheels on it, and then
You don't have any of my company's wheels, so let's get to talking.
Right. Let's,
Yeah.
you do you, I do
to
me.
judge.
Yeah.
So with that kind of leading up to the old taco, you and the crew enjoy some off-roading.
Yes, we do.
How do you find places to go off-roading?
I mean, a lot of it's on forums. You could find videos. There's even maps with trails and stuff like that you could go. So, like, there's a certain app I know you could download, look at trails that have already been marked by other people that have taken them, even mark them, like how difficult they are and stuff like that. And then you could download those maps. So let's say you go out to, like, Scituate,
Yep.
which is one of the areas. If you lose signal, you still have that map. You have
Yeah.
resources like that.
Right, which is good. Yeah, because you can then, see where you are technically via trail markers and things like that, right?
Yeah. So a lot
'Cause
of it.
How like, obviously it depends on the trail, but is there like, how deep do you guys go off the beaten path? It's like, oh shit, we're 20 miles in, or
I don't know the mileage exact, but it's this past Sunday, I think we were like 20, 30 minutes into a trail,
that's pretty decent.
which is pretty, because we said we're going to leave at a certain point, and then, like, for reference, we were talking about getting wings.
Yeah.
We called the place, and we reserved the spot for an hour out,
Yep.
and we were leaving the trail. it still took us more than an hour to get all the way there, which to get to the beginning of the trail was 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
So it's there. Plus, you're also not driving as fast as
I was
you
say
think.
snail's pace,
No,
right?
of course not. Yeah.
So it takes some time.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly the mileage to get in.
Do these apps help mark? What's the legality of this?
I mean, the trail we were on is an actual off-road trail. There's signs, there's markings on the trees to let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the markings are for difficulty. Some of them to let you know which way you're going.
Yep.
There's that. There's some trails that are illegal because there is some private property that it touches
Yep.
near the trail, but generally,
It's so far off the beaten path, nobody's going to care.
no, because like to the entrance to the trail we went,
Yep.
the do not trespass signs were literally right next to you.
Oh, okay.
That strip, legal.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the grass, illegal.
Interesting.
To a sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So do you have to do a lot of reconnaissance before you head out?
No, depends where you're going.
I was going to say, does it? Yeah.
It really
If you
depends where
know, like, oh shit, this trail's surrounded by a bunch of private property, we should probably double check.
Yeah, it really depends on where you're going.
Yeah.
Because I know there's certain areas on the trail we went on you're not supposed to go on.
Okay.
There's like it's either government property or some guy's backyard. Stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
But,
That's kind of what I picture is just like, all right, we're in the middle of the trail. And then,
but it's also difficult because like if you end up like we personally the first time I've gone, we ended up on the government property by mistake.
yeah.
Good
you
news.
don't.
That's your property as well.
I was-
Use it as you wish.
But it's like we turned around. As I'm going back to get right back on the trail, I'm like, oh, we were not supposed to be on this at all.
Yeah.
But it's wide open.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, how much trouble can you actually get?
Yep. And it's like, it's not like you're, destroying somebody's private lawn or something like you're in the middle of the woods on a trail. Like, okay.
I mean, some of the locals don't like it,
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
which I could imagine. But like, again, you're so far away from houses,
Mm-hmm.
the main road and stuff like that. I don't see why it disturbs them. A lot of them more complain about like dirt bikes and four wheelers because they're louder.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Right.
again,
Cause I was
it's
going to say
out
in
of the
your,
way.
trucks, things like that, like, it's not like you're not Baha'ing through, you know what I mean? It's you're not
Bring something.
trying to get a good time here. You're just crawling through. And is that one of the goals to look for difficult trails?
It depends what you're into.
Okay.
The difficult trails are fun.
Yep.
You get that little bit of anxiety while you're doing them, but at the end of the day, it's pretty fun. Like there is rock crawling portions to the trail. Toward the trail we took, it's the Scituate Trail.
Yep.
I don't know the name for it. Some people call it aquatic. Don't really know it that well, but it's a nice trail going through the forest pretty much.
Yep.
There's rivers cutting through, there's little bridges, stuff like that. And then you get to the sand pit at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And there you could kind of split off. There's a little duney area that's straight away that just goes up and down.
Yep.
If you are on the sand pit, you take a right, it takes you to a rock crawl. It's an old dried up riverbed.
Okay.
It goes pretty vertical.
Yep.
That one they call it Rocky Point. There's an easy route and a difficult route.
Yep.
The easy route is not really stock friendly per se. I did it before, but I was banging and hitting everything off my diff, my transmission, my frame.
Oh.
Yeah, I was pretty scared after
Can
that.
make for a rough go. So
A puckering moment.
that's another thing I was going to ask is like, how much prep do you have to do vehicle wise, or what do you bring with you to help avoid getting stuck out there? Because I mean, something goes wrong, I don't even know how you get out. You got to call a buddy versus a tow truck.
Yeah, because the tow truck can't really make it that far.
Right. There's no way.
Yeah.
They can make it only so far, but then there's certain points where, like, we saw an Accord in there. We don't know how the hell it ended up there. Because at certain points, we're like, oh, these rocks are kind of gnarly. And then we get up halfway and we're like, why is there an Accord over here? It was an Accord on snow tires.
Hey, man.
He's pushing the limits.
It dropped the PSI. And
Yep.
it was like, I'm going for it.
Yep.
At B-Locks.
I was going to say, he's got them bead locks on that Accord.
There's that. There's like people that get cars and just like do insurance frauds pretty much because there's a lot of burnt down cars.
Abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that. But like prep wise, if you're going to a big group, there's like, it's smart to prep, like bring
Somebody
straps,
carry. Right.
Luckily, I have friends that have winches,
Yep.
straps like that. I personally bring a small shovel in my truck
Yep.
in case of anything. Make sure your tires are good, nothing's loose, nothing's broken, like suspension-wise. Your axles are fine. If you snap something out there, it's going to be a very difficult time to go back out.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah, I just, like, 30 minutes into the woods, it's a real fucking pain in the ass to come out.
Yeah, it's like the prep depends on the trail too.
Yeah.
Like if you go so far in, you don't really have to prep. You don't even have to air down your tires. It's gonna be a little rougher, but you can just drive.
Yeah.
So the airing down of or changing PSI it's for more traction and less bounce overall, both?
Yeah, so it's comfortability and if that's even a word, now I think about it.
Yeah.
That and traction. And then like grip. So if you're going over a rock, it kind of like
I was going to say, because I know
over it.
like the actual rock crawlers, like the super slow, I don't even think they're timed, but when they have a spotter and those tires are always super, super low and just,
Yeah, and then a lot of those dudes have like a bunch of lockers and transfer cases. Those things get pretty impressive.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah.
There's an older gentleman, not to go like completely off topic. There's an older gentleman on YouTube. He has a white Tacoma that has one of those gnarly transfer cases. He's able to crawl at like 2 miles per hour, hop out, and just watch it do its thing. It just
Go stride the whip.
Yeah, the gearing is so like good.
Yeah.
He just pops it in, and the thing would just go by itself. It'll crawl up, or
I don't know if I want to get out of the car when it's doing its thing.
Yeah.
not when it's that big.
Well, yeah, no, I think I'd want to be inside the vehicle,
Comfy.
not
cozy.
because I think I'm in control, just because I think I'd be a little more protected.
Right. At least from the elements.
Yeah.
What have you guys? Anybody really broken anything while you've been out there?
I wasn't there for that, but my buddy Sam, which also,
Yeah. Yep.
he went out one time and flooded. He went into a puddle that's supposed to be the easy route.
Yep.
And the water went, I think, up to its hood and just flooded the engine and seized it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's a significant loss.
Yeah, he had to replace the motor. But yeah, so he's pretty much broken.
He now
down.
has a snorkel.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
V, I think, blew his suspension out last time.
Yep. Just shocks in general.
I blew out an axle seal.
Okay.
which-
I'm sure because of a pretty drastic stretch.
Yeah, I was doing the Rocky Hill climb
Mhm.
Yep.
on a mostly stock truck, and then I guess my axle must have done
Just
a little bit
really
too much
stretched itself. Yeah.
and tore it a little bit.
Yeah.
Luckily, I caught it like the Monday after.
Yeah.
So I just replaced it while I was
You
working.
just
Like
notice
grease everywhere.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, okay.
I caught because I was putting a skid plate on because I also hit my OEM skid plate.
Yeah.
So I'm down there, I'm like, that is very wet. Yeah, that needs to be
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah. What's your plan for your truck moving forward?
As of right now, probably add rock sliders just to protect my rockers, and honestly, it makes it a little easier to hop in the truck while actually having function.
Yep.
Hopefully, newer suspension, better stuff.
What's some suspension stuff? What are you looking for a kit as far as that is concerned? Just is it height? Is it would it travel?
For right now, I just want the height because I don't really do anything that needs to travel.
Yep.
At least with these trucks, to do it since the front's independent, the rear's a solid axle.
Yep.
Makes it a little tricky. And then to get more travel out of like the Tacomas, you would have to relocate the shock mount. There's different type of travel
Some
suspension.
very, very in-depth work.
Yeah. So for right now, I just want the height and more of a quality. Like I have full Bilstein 5100 on the truck now,
Yep.
but I still have the stock front springs and the stock rear lease,
Okay.
which I'm probably like an inch higher or so with 32s. It's decent.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
It looks good. Looks
Thank
I
great.
was gonna say it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Um, are there people who do full on, like, use the term overland, right? Are there people who do full on overland builds where they're purpose building just to handle the crawling and trail aspect instead of like, ooh, I want to outfit my vehicle so I can camp out there and all that sort of stuff? Like
So,
performance wise, I guess is the best way to
a lot of
phrase
the
it.
dudes out west do that.
Okay.
Like desert stuff. Like
Mhm.
the YouTube channel recommended earlier that does the Baja.
Yeah, the Tacoma Beast.
Yeah, they
Yep.
do a lot of modifying to be able to reach these really remote areas or like They did one where they go through the Grand Canyon. The trails are pretty, I want to say difficult, kind of rough.
Yep.
There's some sections where you need really good suspension, good tires, bigger tires, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
Are they doing anything to their motors or any at all? Or
some people do superchargers. Usually the stock motors are good enough.
yeah.
But a lot of them will add like the TRD superchargers, like Magnuson superchargers. There is some people in the forums that do V8 swaps.
Oh, okay.
There's a guy that has the same truck as me, but he's doing a Lexus V8 swap. So I think it's the 4.8.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy doing the LS3 swap, same thing, double cab, second gen.
A lot of grunt.
It's pretty wild.
I like it.
Yeah, it's more suspension and gearing and tires than power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that can drastically change the vehicle overall.
Yeah, because if you have good gearing, a good transfer case.
Yeah, that power, you're just going to do it with so much more torque and be able to climb easier, I guess.
Yeah, so it's more drivetrain stuff. Like lockers are very important. Our truck doesn't have any type of lockers, so like it's easier for me to get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Per se, like Sam or V, they have rear lockers. Sam just added a front locker to his truck.
Yep.
Be able to get more traction, stuff like that.
People upgrade the brakes too.
Yeah, actually. They do offer Stop Tech brakes, that Bear company. I forgot the name of it.
Yep.
Bear.
Yeah. Oh, it is Bear.
Yeah, Bear. BAER.
There is a
BEAR.
Rebel kit. Some people do rear disc conversions because Tacomas still come with drum brakes in the rear, even the newer ones.
Okay. Wow.
That's crazy.
But like once you start, like a lot of the Overlanders, once you start adding a lot of weight, it's getting harder to stop these vehicles. They're already heavy as it is.
Right.
A lot of those guys
Add your tent and barbecue equipment.
Yeah, because I was actually talking to Sam earlier because he just bought a tent for his truck.
Yep.
He has to add bed stiffeners because the beds are composite.
Oh,
They end
wow.
up, yeah, so they end up cracking over time. 'cause
Holy
of the weight.
shit.
Yeah, so the whole inner tub and pretty much the wheel well is all composite.
Wow. I didn't
And then
know
the
that.
sides are metal.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Is that weight savings? Is that like
I think it's more weight savings and I wouldn't say-
Economy.
yeah, I want to say durability. I mean, it's more durable than just having a bare metal
yeah?
bed
Yeah,
because
I
it's just
can-
all dented up.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never knew that.
Definitely didn't know that at all.
Yeah,
So
they-
bed stiffeners just because you're putting all the weight above and it
Yeah, it just helps it from cracking.
yeah. Where does that mount to? Do you know?
So it's when you open the tailgate,
Mhm.
it'd be probably 2 inches in, and it kind of it's an L bracket that mounts going up the sides and then down to the bottom.
Okay.
So it's pretty much right behind the taillights on the inside of the bed.
Does he lose function of anything?
I mean, you don't really lose much room. They're
Yeah.
probably like this thick on a, let's say, 4 foot wide bed, so you're not really losing much.
Okay.
And then they're like this thin or so.
Yep. How often do you guys get to go out?
This year, not that often. We plan on going more next year.
Yep. Still doing it in the winter?
Yeah, I asked them if we could do a winter run and even a night run.
Yep.
Because we were out there, I was like, I wonder how this is at night. They've done it before. Supposedly it's really fun, but I can only imagine it's way more sketchier because you can't see anything.
Yeah, that
Got to get your light game. Get your light game.
handful of reasons.
They're very expensive.
Yep.
Very expensive.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're definitely very expensive.
I think
but
we looked up the classic smiley lights one time.
Oh, even those like
And it
holiday
was
form are expensive.
alarmingly expensive.
So Casey makes a LED version, like the classic Marty McFly pickup.
yeah.
Yep.
They make that, and I think that's almost like $2 or $3 grand.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean KC in general is very, very expensive.
But good.
They're very good. There's ask Chuck. He's got some on his Tacoma, and it's like a non-brand name, but they are still sealed the same way.
Yeah.
They look and feel. They're very sturdy. They're heavy.
And they
the
can
finish is
create-
nice.
Daytime.
Yeah, and they're unbelievably bright, but they're nowhere near price. So it's worth, using them.
I mean, you could use like Amazon branded ones.
Yeah.
They won't last you as long. They're still sealed. The beams aren't as focused,
Yeah.
but it's
I don't know. Whenever he's got his truck, it's like a laser line, like sharp of like,
I know
kind of a
Kyle works with a
concentration.
certain brand that's pretty good.
yeah.
Like I have fog lights that I bought secondhand off of V, which are Baja Design
Mm-hmm.
fog lights, and they're pretty bright.
Yeah.
And
I
very
think
stout.
there was actually Baja Design stuff on the Beetle, I think. I don't know. I think so. I
Yeah,
think it was
they-
Baja Design.
They do Baja Designs like Dial Dynamics are pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
I know Baja even does like infrared stuff.
Mhm.
So like they have infrared lighting and all that for like people that do desert runs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the lighting is
Is
in the future.
is there an ideal platform? Like if you like, all right, I'm gonna build. Is your Tacoma good enough, or is there something else you'd be like, yeah, I want to do one of these?
No, I think my Tacoma's perfectly fine. I would
Yeah.
I would honestly love to build like a 4Runner or something like that. I
Yeah.
really like the 3rd-gen 4Runners, the older ones.
Yeah.
But,
Are 4Runners IRS?
solid rear IRS front.
Okay, so still the same.
Still the same, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, the first one is solid front and rear. I think.
Like a first gen
Yeah.
4Runner? I don't even
quote
know.
me on it. It might be the 2nd-gen too.
Yep.
Older Land Cruisers are solid front and rear,
Mhm.
if I remember correctly. But
You can't even find a first gen 4Runner?
they're not as common.
I was gonna say,
They're
I
cool,
don't-
though,
say, I
'cause
don't-
that's
They are cool. Yeah.
That's the one where the rear half pops off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could have just the 2 seats in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. But they're not that common.
I was going to
Even
say, I
2nd gens
can't
are-
think of even the last time I saw one.
I did see one locally,
Really?
but it threw me off. I was like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe I've seen it and didn't even know what it was.
Besides the off-road stuff, what is a platform you'd like to get into?
Right now I'm really looking into like either an S13. Not having much luck with that.
Stay persistent.
For just pure fun,
Yeah, so I just want something I could drive. I don't need anything fancy.
or
just-
my question: would you drift it?
I mean, I probably would if I had
Okay,
it.
that I just wasn't sure if that's what you were,
That's-
especially
yeah.
starting with that platform.
It
Looks
really-
like we got some donations going on in the chat.
Oh, do we?
Tim Connors says, Raph, I have 2 rigid cubes you can have. They're brand new. They're white housing, the 4 LED 2x2.
Wow,
There you
really?
go.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, see, Tim, listen, if you're in the trenches and you're in some shit
Tim Connors.
and
got
you're
it.
like, I got to call one person, call Tim.
Also, Tim's Mark II, very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
call Tim.
Yeah, big shows, Tim Connors.
Tim saved my ass. He's a great guy. He's always in the chat. Let's see. Off-road talk's great. Look, Sean, I mean, off-road talk, we gotta get more off-road going.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm not the most knowledgeable off-roader.
No, hey, man, you're more
I was
knowledgeable than
gonna
I
say
am.
I know nothing
Still
about
some-
it. Yeah,
I
dirt.
pretend I know a thing or two.
There's some dirt.
I know nothing. Yeah. Yeah, it's super cool. So do you have any interest in the overland aspect of it? In like an overnight, like, hey, I'm gonna go 40 minutes, an hour out into a trail, find a spot, make a little campfire, pop up my tent.
Have a egg and steak.
That sounds good. I mean, I'd like to try it, see if it's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no. I've never camped before, so that's another thing.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know it's fun to make fun of, but like popping up a tent on top of your truck sounds great.
No, it sounds pretty good. I
Sounds
genuinely
great.
like
One
of those-
flat floor.
one of those fall nights where you can sleeping bag up, get a nice comfy sleep,
Ooh.
nice fresh coffee, nice fresh jump start on your French press,
Yeah.
the cheese press,
Over an open fire.
over an open flame. Get the fam out there, see the
Big wheel
stars,
Parmesan.
get rid of the white noise, get rid of the sound pollution, the light pollution. I get it.
I'm just trying to pollute myself.
I get I get it. It's just a lot. Like it's cheaper for me to go get a hotel
yeah.
than buy a whole setup, a rig.
Yeah,
There we
I
go.
mean,
That's what
interesting.
we need overland rental rigs.
I mean, even if there's actually a company that does that.
Is it locally?
No, it's out on the West Coast.
Oh,
They
okay.
rent out.
Fuck 'em.
I think they rent out Tacomas with tents and everything. on it. You could follow them. They show
course.
you
Yeah.
how to do it properly. They teach you all this stuff.
I'm sure there's a significant fee to get one of the East Coast.
Yeah, but it looks like a good time.
No, I'm sure it would be.
But yeah, I would like to try it at least once, twice,
So,
if it's my thing.
It just kind of led me piggybacking off Corey's question. Can you guys venture up north, the Great White North? Get out there, New Hampshire. There are trails out there.
We plan on
God,
at
that's
least
right.
going up north, or even to Maine, like Arcadia and all that stuff.
Yep.
Hopefully next year we do want to do a lot more.
I was gonna say
Really?
there's got to be some crazy shit out that way.
I mean, I know at least New Hampshire wise, there is a lot out there.
Yeah.
I can imagine Vermont, same thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I know
Maine,
there's a lot in
definitely.
Vermont. Yeah. Yeah, Maine for sure.
I know there's certain parts of Canada up north.
Yeah. Well, roof tent keep you safe from bear attack. It might.
Depends. Is it
Yeah,
smoky?
it
Is it
depends
yogi?
what meets lower.
You got to pull your ladder up.
Right. Definitely pull your ladder up.
Pull your ladder up for sure.
Don't seize the bear.
Yep.
But
I think what's for a bear, you play dead.
Is it?
Listen,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure for a bear, you play dead.
I mean,
Don't
either way,
run
I'm
away.
dead, but
when a bear's hungry, he'll eat.
And they'll eat you genitals first.
oh yeah, isn't that a thing where they?
They
just
eat-
let
I think
their-
it's booty
let you
hole-
suck?
booty hole.
They
first.
eat their prey, yeah, like asshole genitals first. They
You got a
keep
good
keep
time.
them living
Yeah.
while they're dying.
They save the best for first. Yeah. That's it.
I'm gonna come.
There you go.
Uh,
You're going to have a lot of mixed emotions as that's happening.
You're like, ooh, ow.
Do not come.
Okay, I'm more excited.
The bear's going to give you the whole load.
the bear,
But
you get all.
yeah, I
of it.
think up north there's a lot. I mean, Rhode Island's tough, right? It's only so
Yeah.
big. It's a pretty heavily populated.
All right, drove for 20 minutes. I'm done with Rhode Island.
Yeah, I think
Oh, I'm in Manhattan.
there's a lot of parts in Mass that would kind of be.
I'm sure, like Western Mass, right?
Yeah, there'd be a lot of stuff there. Connecticut, there's some pretty
There's
rural
a lot
parts
in
of Connecticut. So
There's actually even around Thompson, there's a bunch of trails.
for sure,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's
even
cool.
like heading out from Rhode Island into Connecticut. I bet you there's a lot of trails out that way as well.
But it's weird though, because like some of the trails, like the entrance to two of them that are local to us, it's a road and it just ends. It just
Yeah.
turns into dirt.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's like you're driving.
I
you're
did-
driving.
I did that once in a rental car.
Oh god,
Oh my god, it was fucking wild.
rattled yourself a
The
little.
road was just gone, and I'm like, oh my god.
the road got away from you.
Yeah, road definitely got away from me. I had to
Some
stop,
of them are
turn
smooth
around.
Transmission. Some of them are just like boom.
I was looking
Yeah.
for my father's gun club at the time, like years and years ago. He's like, oh, down this road, take a right. I just kept going.
You hit the dirt. You've gone too
Hit
far.
the dirt. Yeah, exactly. I fucking hit the dirt. WRC right over that shit.
Oh man. Before we forget and get too far into the off-road talk, if people do want to contact you about wheels, what's the best way for them to contact
Ooh,
you?
good call.
You could email me at raphaelr@mwcompany.com.
RAFIEL at
So it'd be R as in Robert, A as in Alpha, F as in Frank, A as in Alpha, E as in Echo, L as in Larry, R as in Robert at mwcompany.com.
don't do spelling for me.
We'll put that in the link of this episode as well, and your Instagram for that.
It'd be Raphael R at MW Company.
Perfect. Because I noticed you have been a bit more active on there, trying to post stuff,
Yeah,
new
for sure.
stuff coming out,
Trying to
and,
reach out
and
more
even
people.
stuff you're on your truck in particular is what I've seen. What the hell was I going to ask? Oh, trail wise for off road stuff. What is the ideal trail length for you? Is it something like, are you guys doing the half-hour ones because the trail runs out, as Corey alluded to, because it's like a Rhode Island based trail?
Yeah.
Is there one that you would hit like, oh, this thing's 4 hours long, let's fucking go?
I wouldn't mind doing that. That trail actually goes on a lot further.
Oh, okay.
We just haven't explored past that.
Get
'cause
to a certain
usually-
point, get to that pit, like you said, and
Yeah, it's not really. We don't really know what's keeps going.
right. You could literally end
First
up in
time-
fucking people's backyards.
The first time we went with somebody named Matt. Didn't know the trail pretty well.
Yeah.
He had to leave early, so we kind of just ended it and left. But I know it goes on pretty far.
Yep.
I would honestly like to do a whole day one. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking. See, here in my mind, I'm automatically going to. All right, so I'm going to bring the griddle.
That's exactly
I
what.
go,
Yeah.
How many propane tanks am I going to need? All right, so if I got a cooler, and how much food, and then I'm immediately.
Water.
I'm like, I'm just driving there to cook. I'm
That's
I'm
the goal.
driving.
Right.
It's a
I'm
good
taking
thing.
the trail to cook. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's like immediately my brain goes to, okay, what am I going to cook?
I mean,
What am
it's-
I making?
I mean, it's nice to have like
Yeah.
a little. All you need is a little George Foreman freaking propane.
I'm
grill.
talking like black stop. I'm talking
Yeah.
like over open fire. This is what I'm talking.
I mean, I've seen videos of people
You
making
could-
these 5-course like
Yeah.
really
You
nice
could
meals.
eat the bear that tried to eat you,
booty hole first.
ass first.
Yeah. You can eat a booty
Like
hole
a
first.
gentleman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a sign of
Knife and
respect.
fork.
It's a sign of respect.
Tuck a little napkin in his shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smokey, I'm gonna eat you anus first.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you giving us all that info.
Yeah.
I hope the job kind of continues to be positive and things really go in the right direction.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's it's something I just never I don't pay much attention to that stuff, I guess. When I need to I do, but
Yeah.
We might even toy with selling wheels one day on Revival. I don't know. See how it goes. I'm really focused on coffee right now.
Want that.
Really focused on the old coffee over there.
Coffee is proving to be successful.
I-
Everyone drinks coffee. However, Everyone drives a car with wheels.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to be the Walmart of the automotive industry.
Except not T-shirts. Those never go well. T-shirts.
T-shirt, sometimes they do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
It's
need a T-shirt cannon.
Listen, T-shirts, there's no rhyme or reason.
right.
We sell ton of mediums. Next run, we make a bunch of mediums. We sell no mediums.
None. Right.
We need all XLs. We ain't
Yeah.
got no XLs.
Yeah.
It's how it goes.
It's just
It's
the
how the cookie
people
crumbles.
like a wave. That's it, I guess.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
We're in a brownout right now.
Crew necks are doing pretty good, though.
Crew necks.
So that's
Crew necks
good.
are tight. Raph's got one on. Look at
Yep.
him.
Big shouts.
Little
Very
front there.
comfortable.
Yep.
Little back over there in Chuck's seat.
Yep.
Model that for me, Chuck. There we go. Give it a spin.
Perfect. Look at this
There
guy.
we go. Beautiful.
Giselle
Beautiful.
who? Giselle who?
Yeah.
Let's see. We got some questions.
Yeah, as far as some of those
Let's handle some questions. Then we'll go find a bear and eat its ass.
There you go.
Let's see.
Smoky.
Where's my goddamn thing? I'm looking for
I'm
that.
going to give you the whole load today.
Oh,
Okay,
you
here
give
we
me the
go.
whole load.
Nothing but
Grape Whistle. Why haven't BRZ's FRSs become cheap yet? Because they're going to be the new 240.
pretty much.
I mean, that's the thing. That we have to define what cheap is.
That's it, right? Because cheap to us would be like, oh man, $1,500, $2,000,
'Cause, like, what
$2,500
is-
bucks. But now cheap is like 10
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think the bar for cheap.
has been
Let me pop open the old marketplace here.
bar for cheap has been
Wait,
inflated.
this is a B16. Oh, I might need this.
You got to order that
we'll be
arc
right back.
intake too.
Yeah. So what do we got? So marketplace. So what do I want to do? Scion. Is it Scion or is it Toyota?
It's what FRS or BRZ.
All right. So let me just search FRS. Let's see what's going on here. 17, 20,
Oh, damn, it's going up.
6. Oh, that's not
Years.
what that is. Free. So I don't know what that is.
There you
Dude, honestly, I mean, Facebook Marketplace. I mean, it's such a fucking trash pit.
Yeah, you
Here's
never
a
know.
two-door EK. Oh, I could be on.
You
that.
just never know what is going to be legitimate or
yeah.
fake or a scam.
I was
or-
just hoping it was going to give me better results than that.
I mean, Mike Lynch is all about them,
Yeah.
right? They have one for Lock City. I think he has. I think he might even have a couple, right? And there's the Lock City one is just turbocharged, and I believe other than that, stock motor, probably intake exhaust. I don't, maybe obviously some sort of tune, but I don't think a full on crazy system there. And he enjoys that and uses it, and I see him more and more popping up more and more. I do genuinely like BRZs and FRSs. I really, really like the new 86. That thing's cool. Just obviously that's a brand new car, so I don't know.
I don't know. This one's $10,000. It's got 170,000 miles on it.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
But what do you want to use it for? You want to use it as a track rat? Then it doesn't really matter.
I mean, at that point, we get a rebuilt title one.
Right, get
Yeah.
something off of Copart apparently.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like if you're looking to classify something as cheap, they're still going to be probably 12 to 15 grand.
Yeah.
With all over 100,000 miles.
Seems like if you can find one under 10, that would be considered cheap.
Yeah, that would be
think.
classified as cheap.
JH Creative. How much do I need to donate to get Jingle's gift basket in the mail since he has forfeited it? A gift basket, I believe, is en route or going to be en route to Jingles, not from us. There's a thing happening.
Is the thing.
There's a thing. I don't know the
I
update.
think
Young Ben left like 3 years ago, driving it to him. He still isn't there yet, but
Still
we've heard
going.
he'll be
Bringing
there
that
soon.
and a cake.
Yeah.
JH Creative again. Know anyone who can get me 19-inch Regamasters in, is that how you said it? Or is it
Rega? Yeah.
Regas? In 5x130. Have them get at me.
Is that even a thing?
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah. They make, I think it's 997 fitment, Riga Masters.
Really?
I
There's a
don't-
guy in Cali with a 964 on Regas.
Wow, that's definitely cool. Let's see, 5x120, 5x130, 17s, 18s. He wants 19s.
Oh, 19s.
That's the weird thing. 19s is going to be tough.
I don't think they make them in 19.
19s are definitely going to be tough. Let's see.
question is, first, do they make them?
Let's see. We're going to go on their website right now.
I mean, if you're going to spend that much money, I could get you some CCWs.
Right, there
Boom.
we go.
While Corey's looking that up, Mario Moscato. If you were Bandit from Smokey and the Bandit, which one of your cars would you drive/jump? it'd have to be the Mustang right now.
Yeah, definitely be the best
That
thing.
have to, yeah. We could. I guess we can't paint it that way anymore.
Yeah.
That's no longer. Yep.
That's no longer part of
PC
what's allowed.
culture. Yeah, definitely would be the Mustang. Kevin401. What's the oldest thing in your fridge right now?
the oldest thing in my
I
fridge.
don't know. I just threw away a bunch of stuff today.
At Revival Studios, about a week or two ago, I threw out hot sauces that were pushing 2 years old.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Pushing 2 years old.
Yep.
It was better times.
Probably very spicy or very dead.
Ooh, 19-inch, 5x130. Here we go. 5x130, either a 9 or a 10.
That's why I said what I said.
Wow. Okay. Hey, you know what? They're available.
Could you buy a Civic for that price?
Close.
Wow.
Close. Yeah.
Is that a new unit of measurement now?
It's gonna it should be.
Yeah,
it's
it's
one
close.
whole Civic. It's a
And you
Civic
can
and a
get any
half.
color you want too. I mean, what do you want? You want the deep sea blue, you want the almighty gray, the gold,
I mean, those are
bronze.
The
great
blue is
looking
nice.
wheels.
Yeah, I go back and forth with just literally buying a brand new set of these almost every day. So it's just
At some point, you just got to commit.
They're
Just buy it
constantly
now and think about it.
they're constantly looking at me in the face. Yeah, 16s. I mean,
White on white, red stickers, or even blue stickers. They offer those now.
yeah, they do.
Kevin401. What was the first car you owned? Did I say? I think I said this.
It's a 98 Volkswagen Jetta.
I forgot what year, but Mark II 8 valve.
Yeah, I had a 90 Mark II big bumper.
Mine was gray, never
bumper.
seen the road. I drove it around the block like twice. Got pulled over
crashed
in it
mine.
still. Trade E39. He just writes, "You guys like Moxie? Y'all seem like Moxie guys. Definitely Corey."
Moxie the
I
soda.
think the soda. Yes.
Definitely Corey. I like that. My personality shines through here, my friend.
Just everybody knows your love for soda, or high sugary drinks. And last question: RS 2.5_moon to the moon.
Bang, bang, boom.
Yeah.
Best engine to put in an E30.
Best engine to put in an E30.
I'm a big fan of S50s, S52s in that car.
Even an S54.
Even the M52 or whatever. Oh, S54 would be crazy. But like, you can keep it pretty simple in those things and have a jolly old time.
Yeah.
M52 with an M50 intake manifold.
Right.
Cams.
Yep.
Be fine.
Yeah. I mean, as is with exhaust intake, probably a chip. That thing would be fun.
If we're having fun, probably an S2000.
Whatever.
Like full drivetrain.
Yeah, full. That. Is there one of those? I haven't seen that.
They've been
Yeah,
done
it's
before.
definitely.
Have
yeah,
they?
it's definitely would be.
It makes a lot of
Oh,
sense.
Yeah.
Honestly.
One of Mike Burrows' friends has a case swapped.
Yeah.
E30.
Yeah. Byron. Shouts to Byron.
I could see. Yeah. Honestly, I would say nothing VW motor wise.
No.
It would have to be a Honda engine.
I would say though, if we're
Another
sticking with a
BMW
BMW
engine?
engine, it's got to be an S14.
Ooh.
There's something about it's a match made in heaven. It's two peas in a pod. It's peanut butter and jelly.
Right.
You know,
Didn't the
it's
Euro market get like a 320 with an S15 or something like
it
that?
was like the Italian.
Oh, the
E30
318
M3 thing.
Ti
I
or
don't know.
whatever the hell it's
Yeah.
called.
With a S14.
Yeah.
We've talked
Yeah.
about it on here before.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
Don't
They're-
quite remember, but
I think those are more difficult to get than an E30 M3, I believe.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But we're sticking in that range. I'm literally turning around and looking at Chuck's car mounted up on the wall right there.
Yeah.
See here, ITBs. You got S14. You already got the ITBs.
Yeah.
You know what? V10. Do it.
V10. There you go.
More motor than car.
Something that revs fast too. Revs
S14.
fast. I mean the
14B.
oh geez, I'm forgetting. I'm leaving the fucking elephant in the room. One of the best and my favorite cars I've seen in the past couple of years at TCS at Seamus's shop. White E30 with a K swap.
Well, yeah.
Car is like perfection. It's just so good. Simplistic. Everything makes sense. Everything looks like it's going to work proper, and it just looks like one of those cars that wants to be driven. Not necessarily like super hard, but like spirited always.
Yeah.
Just you cannot get in that thing and
It
not
wants
have a good
more.
time. Yeah, exactly. So that car, it lives, it's real, and it's fucking awesome. Might even see more of that soon.
You do God's motor, the S38, even though they're expensive as hell.
Yeah.
Ooh, an S38.
That would be cool.
ITB's in a 6-cylinder.
That would be, I think that would be a unique one just because of its sheer expense, and I don't know how many of those are out there.
That's brute force and sheer violence. Is
Yeah.
what that is.
Only one I've ever seen outside of a car in person. Jesse had one in the customer lounge at Batchworks, just sitting there.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've ever seen.
Yep.
There's a cylinder head.
Oh,
There's a hole.
yeah. There's a hole not too far from us.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, there's enough to put one together. Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah, there's enough to put one together. I can't say it wouldn't come without its struggles, but
Potential issues and oil leaks.
yeah.
But I mean,
A
let's
bear
be
attack or
honest.
two.
Who doesn't? Right.
Yeah.
Just grab the bear by its ass and have at it.
Put it
Give it a
together.
chew.
Well, I think that's going to do it for us this week.
I think we did great.
Yeah, I think that worked out
Thanks,
pretty good.
Shuck. Appreciate you showing
yeah,
up.
great job, Shuck.
Good job.
Who else in the level curve say yeah?
Big shouts to Shuck. Business Chuck is working. He's got his business pants on.
He's
I
a
talked to
working
him
man
earlier.
right now.
Talked to him earlier, and we got some stuff in the works. And again, as always, he's doing, the man lives car stuff just like we do. He's out there doing the business, but he's driving the old Smoky Boy and visiting some cool shit out there in the old heart of the U.S., Texas. So he will be back in a week or so. We will be back next week. Next week again, B4B,
Certainly
all
will.
active B4B subs. We're going to pick a winner for the next box that we got going.
That's right. Get in on it. Help us beat our highest B4B BPL ever.
Yep.
Get in the drawing. Win some stuff from your boys.
Yep.
I just don't see a way to lose
No, you get us.
except not get drawn.
You get us. We get you. You get
But
stuff.
then you're still entered for next month.
right. You're there.
It's just a big happy
And we
circle.
did clarify. Repeat winners can happen.
That's right. That's
Repeat
right.
winners can happen. So yeah, now's a good chance too, because if we do get that BPL up, that's probably going to mean we have more subs.
True.
So
the
right
higher
now-
BPL,
Right. The less
the cooler shit we can throw in there too.
exactly, but like now's the sweet spot.
Get in.
Just
It's
like,
just kind of like when
just like a bear's ass.
this is like when the Powerball went up to like $1 billion. It was like, now's the time.
Right. You got to do it.
Now's the time.
I don't even play Powerball. I did then.
exactly.
Just because I already had my house picked out.
Where was it?
Douglas, Mass.
Okay.
About 10 minutes from Thompson.
That's perfect.
Nice little chalet. About $2.8 million.
Just
Tax
change.
alone would have been $36,000 a year.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely little place.
That's a few Civics.
Oh my God. I can't even think. It would be amazing. Whole family out there. Wife in the garden.
Bears.
Kids walking the little circle thing.
This old boy wondering where he can pick a cupcake out of the ground.
Dessert boy, building his own fucking fruit patch or something. I don't doing something.
Makes candy land.
Making pies in the kitchen. It would be wonderful. With that said, I think we will be back. Well, I know we will be back. I think we're done. I think we're done here.
I'm going to come.
We will see you next week. Thank you very much for listening. ReviveMotoring.com. Go grab the last few bags of coffee, and we'll have more soon. Probably a couple weeks away, realistically. But I already have the flavoring picked out. It's going to be medium roast. Design's ready. I got to meet with my roaster. Big shouts to Justin. Or talk to him on Monday and get the whole thing. Get that next show on the road. So that's coming too. So again, thanks for listening. Big shouts to everybody in chat. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Bye.
Thanks, Ref. Appreciate it.
No problem.